just the rule. Now what in them they call it that country? Republic of crime. Country where criminally they wear face mask of the president, they rule the country now. Republic of crime. Country where terrorists now chief of army staff. Now which kind country be that to? Republic of crime. Country where you look at the mouth, you look at the mind to rise up against bad government. Republic of crime. Country where social media they control the youth, they make the youth, they wallow in the dark night. Republic of crime. Something happened the last time I talk. Zombie said them go beat me. Something happened the last time I sing. Zombie threatened to arrest me. Something happened the last time I talk. Zombie chased me for house. But bandits kill people for Boronu. Nobody threatened to kill them. X-Men kill people for Kaduna. Nobody threatened to arrest them. PSS kill people for Enugu. Nobody threatened to jail them. Maybe you wanna know the reason why. You wanna know the reason why. Terrorism is their way of life, but freedom of speech is a crime. If you talk, you go die, you belle. If you no talk, you go die, you belle. If you yan, you go die, you belle. Even if you no yan, you go die. Democracy is dead in Nigeria. We don't die, since 1960. Them murder them, them shoot them, them kill them, them shoot them, them murder them, them buy them, them cut them, them kill them. Democracy is dead in Nigeria. We don't die, since 1960. It died since 1960. Democracy is dead in Nigeria. We don't die, since 1960.
Fellow Biafrans, on the occasion of your rally to demonstrate your solidarity with the struggles of your kith and kin back home, I send to you all fraternal greetings. As one who has been entrusted with the onerous responsibilities of guiding our young republic through these difficult times, I must confess that it is always a source of deep pleasure and encouragement to me to receive assurances of the support of the people and their continuing determination to persevere until complete victory is achieved. It is, therefore, with feelings of unbounded pleasure and deep appreciation that I salute this august gathering. You are all aware that for over 4 months now, Nigeria has been waging a war of aggression to destroy Biafra and her people. This invasion by Nigerian hordes was mounted because the people of the former eastern region of Nigeria were forced on May the 30th, 1967, to declare themselves the independent state of Biafra in order to assure the security of their lives and property. As you are aware, the people of the former eastern region of Nigeria had believed, as if it were an article of faith, in the concept of a united Nigeria. No section of the then Federation of Nigeria had worked as assiduously for the attainment of this ideal as did Eastern Nigeria and her people. No section had made as many and varied positive contributions towards the realization of true unity. Having over the years spearheaded the movement for closer union, having demonstrated our faith in Nigeria in concrete terms by allowing our sons and daughters to sojourn in other parts of the country, thereby contributing tremendously to the development of such areas to the neglect of our own. It was a hard decision for us to take, to opt out of a federation in which we had invested so much. But we had no real choice. Over the years, our erstwhile compatriots had made it clear in unmistakable terms that they did not want us in the Federation. Since the 1950s, our people were expropriated and discriminated against in parts of Nigeria other than their own. Furthermore, the experience of the 3 harrowing waves of remorseless genocide in 1945, 1953, and especially in 1966, involving a total of nearly 40,000 dead and countless others maimed or destitute, provided an object lesson which could not but be taken seriously. Self-preservation is probably the strongest human instinct, and it is this that has compelled the harassed and persecuted people of eastern Nigeria to seek refuge in their own home and amongst their kindred. As a proverb of one of our Biafran languages has it, a man who is rejected by others cannot reject himself. The ordinate ambition of the Hausa Fulani oligarchy to continue to dominate the whole of what was formerly the Federation of Nigeria, the unrealistic desire to acquire the wealth and resources of Biafra while rejecting their people, the mad and homicidal desire to exterminate from the face of the earth 14 million Biafrans, drove Gawan and his clique towards unleashing a costly war to attain the unattainable, the subjugation of this young but promising republic. Even with the vast resources of the former Federation of Nigeria with which to prosecute the war, even with the active collaboration of those international opportunists, Britain and the Soviet Union, an unholy alliance of vested interests, even with the attempt to subvert our government by suborning some of our highly placed military and civilian personnel, an attempt which was foiled at the nick of time, Gawan has failed to make good his boast to crush Biafra. A campaign which he bragged would only take 48 hours to accomplish has now dragged on for almost 5 months and will drag on for as long as it takes Gawan and his clique, both Nigerian and others, to realize that nothing can shake the will or crush the spirit of a determined people. If Gawan's military campaign has achieved anything, it is only a confirmation of the fact that Biafrans have nothing to expect but destruction from the hands of their erstwhile Nigerian compatriots. In the few border towns which fell into the hands of the Nigerian forces, Biafrans were pillaged and what could not be stolen was destroyed, while the men were shot and tortured and the women defiled. Even foreign correspondents have testified to the massive killings of people of Biafran origin and a particular ethnic grouping in the Republic of Benin when that young republic fell into the hands of the Nigerians as a result of treachery. Instead of accepting the fact and the truth which they know, that they forced the people of the former eastern region out of the Federation, the Nigerian aggressors have been attempting to dupe the world by claiming that we seceded in order to keep our oil wealth to ourselves. You all know that in spite of our oil and other resources, the former Eastern Nigerians were always the greatest advocates of unity. General Ironsi, himself an Easterner, was murdered by the Northern Nigerians because of his determination to unify the country. For a people who have made such great sacrifices and abandoned their most valuable investments in Nigeria in quest for safety, this is the unkindest thing to say. No, it is the Nigerian leaders themselves who are in fact guilty of what they accuse us of, and have shown beyond doubt that they are only interested in having our resources and not our people. Our detractors have also attempted to confuse African and indeed world opinion by propagating the despicable falsehood that our independence will be a precedent for separation in other African states. They have not bothered to ask themselves, for instance, what was the precedent for the alleged Biafran secession? The truth is that one secession does not necessarily lead to another. Throughout history, there has been a long list of empires that broke up into nations and federations which split into sovereign states. The Union of Great Britain and Ireland, the federations of Mali, Malaysia, West Indies, and Central Africa are recent examples of this. The disintegration occurred on account of unique local factors or to grave linguistic and religious differences. Biafra, however, remains a lesson to all countries of what could happen if they were to unleash a pogrom against a section of their own community. Amongst other spurious arguments trumped up by the Lagos clique is another that Nigeria is a single, interdependent economic unit and that its disintegration would disrupt established market trends and leave the separate economies so much poorer. It is true that as between the regions of the former Nigerian Federation, the economic pattern was one of interdependence, but this is equally true of all world economies which are complementary. But this should not make us to try and force unworkable political units on an unwilling people merely to create a large market. It is enough for both states to enter into trade and technical agreements. With more efficient planning, these separate units could even be made economically more prosperous. This also disproves the argument that Nigeria would not be viable without Biafra. Perhaps Nigeria may be poorer for it, and it should have occurred to its leaders to be more tolerant of people who they now admit constituted their wealth. But the rest of Nigeria has enough potentiality to remain a great and united African state, if only its leaders would show realism and imagination in harnessing their vast potential resources. The Nigerian leaders demonstrated their scorn for African opinion, which they are now trying desperately to cultivate by refusing to accept our calls for a peaceful resolution of our conflict through the good offices of many African states. Even when they had reluctantly agreed to the Organization for African Unity's desire to mediate, they are taking steps to frustrate their efforts. Biafra is no longer asking for anyone's mediation, but is willing at all times, as in the past, to resolve its conflict with Lagos at the conference table. The Organization of African Unity has shown itself insensitive to our suffering and incapable of resolving the crisis. A so-called mediation, which presumes that there is only one side to a dispute and can go to every length to appease that side, cannot be expected to be fair, objective, and just. The present conflict can now be resolved by individual states taking initiative by recognizing our right to existence and urging on Nigeria to abandon her war of aggression against an injured people. Having failed on all scores, the Nigerians have raised the bogey of a minority in Biafra being forced into independence against their wish. This again is far from the truth. Our people, irrespective of their ethnic grouping, have shown conclusively their commitment to and support of the territorial integrity and sovereignty of Biafra by their sacrifice in blood and contribution to the war effort. The decision to declare the sovereign and independent state of Biafra was a unanimous one made by the chiefs, leaders, and representatives of all communities in Biafra at the Consultative Assembly and Council of Chiefs and Elders. The so-called representatives of the minorities in Lagos have never had any popular backing, were defeated in elections in their own homes during the civilian era, and have since been denounced by their own people. Some of them, like Okoy Arikpo, are themselves guilty of intellectual dishonesty, since they were party or sponsors of the constitutional proposals creating the present provinces of the Republic of Biafra in order to allay minority fears. Our people know enough of Lagos and can testify that the massacre of thousands of then Eastern Nigerians was irrespective of tribal affiliation. The bombing and other military brutalities since Biafran independence have followed the same pattern. Having suffered together, they are now united together in solidarity to fight on to victory, to assure a place of honor and respect for themselves and their children. When the Lagos Vandals realized that they were doomed to failure, they, along with their foreign megaphones like the BBC, thought that they could win by pretending to be doing so. They are trying to make the world believe that they have taken Enugu, that the war is virtually ended, and that they are now engaged in the task of reconstruction. Nothing is further from the truth. Our valiant forces have continued to keep the enemy at the few border towns and zones they have captured by treachery. The gallant Biafran forces are now in control of most of Enugu and Bonny and are gradually wiping out the enemy invaders at Calabar. They have also re-entered Ogoja. The Nigerian troops will never forget the lesson of their Onitsha invasion, where thousands of their men were decimated. Our troops are fighting bravely and will continue to do so until victory is won. The Nigerians appear not to know that by unleashing a war of aggression, in addition to several past injuries, they have aroused the whole people against them. This is a people's war for freedom. Biafra has come to stay, and the fact of our independence is irreversible. Ours is a nation of 14 million people with various ethnic groupings, united together by past sufferings and present freedom, and nothing can shake our determination. Conscious of the justness of their cause, and with God on our side, our people are determined to fight to the last man, confident of eventual success. May God bless you all, fellow Biafrans, and keep and protect Biafra.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, Biafrans all over the world. I want to welcome you this afternoon. And it's 21 minutes past the hour. In my own location, it's past 4 p.m. And we've had the speech of our great a leader of great memory, Di Modimego Ojukwu, addressing the world on the issues of Biafra between 1967 and 1970 during the war precisely. And he said so many things that are happening today. A lot of things, repetition of events, repetition of history. And nothing have changed since then. But I'll be hosting two wonderful individuals, our brother Maduabuchi in Biafra land. And we have also Mazi Solomon Peter, who are also here on board with me in the studio. Today we'll be talking a lot of things, series of discussions are going to hold. And I'll be opening the line for questions in the future as we progress in this program. But meanwhile, I encourage you to share this program. Share and make sure you tag your friends so that everybody can get the message. I want to bring in our brother from Biafra. Mazi, good afternoon and welcome to the program. And also with me is Mazi Solomon Peter. Mazi Solomon, you're welcome to the program. Maduabuchi, I don't think you need introduction. You no longer need introduction. But but all the same, you can still tell our people about yourself. For those who haven't heard about you, and maybe who are meeting you for the first time, this is Biafra Television. You're welcome, Mazi Maduabuchi.
Thank you, Mazi, from here. Thank you for the privilege to participate in this your evening broadcast today. I remain the fearless IPOB evangelist, Mazi Maduabuchi, and I'm from Mundiabo. Mundiabo is in Aningri. Aningri is a local government in Oji River Province, Biafra land. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's my pleasure to have you as well. I've been following you. People have been bugging me, stressing me, disturbing me that they would like to see you on my show. And I said, well, that was since last year, 2021. And I said, I'm going to make our time to bring you here. And I'm happy you honored the invitation. You're welcome to the program. Mazi Solomon, over to you. Can you greet Biafrans?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Mazi, Patrick, I bring greeting to you first. Good evening at your end. Maduabuchi, it's nice to hear you. Been the ardent followers of your programs. I love your boldness, your courage, and also the wisdom that flows out from you. In short, you help to educate me on the things that I seek to know. Then from your mouth and your explanations, it helped me to have deeper understanding of what we are up to in this very struggle. You have been a great man. You don't know how far your voice is going, and you don't know people who are sitting to learn under your voice. You might be seeing yourself as an ordinary man, but I want to tell you that great men are sitting under your lecture. And they are marveling. It's just like the day of our Lord Jesus Christ, when he will sit on the temple and he will be lecturing great men and great women. And the question the people will always ask and say, where did he get his educations? Because we know him as a son of carpenter. He has never been to any high institutions, and it has never been to any learning institution. But yet, when he opened his mouth, wisdoms and understanding flow. Mazi Maduabuchi, you are a great man. I may make you to cry this night, but I wanted to tell you that everything that I'm saying, you are nothing less than that. But we move on. So we are here once again to celebrate you and to tell everyone who are laboring with all their heart in this very struggle for Biafra that you will be celebrated if your work is not destroyed by deceit, by jealous, by envy, and by carelessness. Because I failed to introduce myself because I believe people knows me in this very platform. My name is Solomon Peter, and I have been a guest in these very platforms, oftentimes speaking and talking to our people. So at this very moment, I am here. It is just 2:26 a.m. So I'm just awake to identified in this very program because Maduabuchi is here, and I just wanted to use this opportunity also to make people to understand that to be an IPOP is not the bed of rosary. So many of people you looked at this like Maduabuchi, they are not in IPOP because they are enjoying. And so many people who have been in IPOP, working in IPOP, is not because they are enjoying or because they are gaining any selfish gain. Instead, they are the ones sacrificing their life every day, risking everything that makes them human in order to make sure that our dream for restoration of Biafra come true. And I want to tell you as it happened, that so many of IPOP that you see today bubbling, that continue to agitate under the leadership of MaziNnamdiKanu, so many of them have a very bad coordinator. Even people who doesn't smile at anyone, people who doesn't even share love, but they are obedient under such people, taking command, stressing and burning their flesh every day, and they are not giving up. So many of them are opportune to be under some coordinators and some national coordinators who, because we people, we have different temperament. As you looked at us, there is people who doesn't smile, there is people who doesn't know what it is to share love. That is just their nature. There is people who are very arrogant, and that is their nature. And so many people like that has been under such coordinators, under such suffering, under such, not feeling well, because some people might be very, very unfortunate to be under a very bad or terrible boast. But the fact remains that they have remained consistent, and they have not disobeyed others, and they have not run outside to start coming to media to start telling you that the personal problem they are encountering in their unit is now a national problem for Biafra. They have not run to the media and start castigating the leadership just because they are unfortunate to be under people that doesn't know how to treat others well. People are suffering, and yet they are obedient to authority. Yet they are burning their flesh to make sure we move. They are not like just people who will just over small thing. They want to jump to the media to castigate the movement, to make people look down on what we are doing for our generations. So Maduabuchi is here, and I'm telling you, I have followed him over the years, and I know that he is not here today just because he has enjoyed. He is not here today because he has been very, very happy, but he is here today because someone has to lay down his life for Biafra to be restored. And that is the thing that I saw in him that makes me to be awake at this very moment to identify myself in this very program. Maduabuchi, you are a great man. Welcome to this very program. As I said again, you might not have come across me. My name is Peter Solomon, or Solomon Peter, either way you call it. And somebody was asking me in a program yesterday, why is both of my name English? And I told him that we cannot sing the Lord song in a strange land. The land that the Lord promised us is Biafra. When we get to the Biafra, we will answer our full name. We will answer our full identity. But for now, we are in a strange land, and we cannot sing the long song. And if we fail to restore Biafra, another English name might be added to my name. You are welcome into this very program, and I welcome Biafran all over the world. Sit back, enjoy, and also remember to share this very program. Thank you, Mazi Patrick, for hosting us this night. May God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mazi Solomon. That is a very wonderful one. Quite long speech, but you nailed it. Thank you very much. I'm privileged to have two wise men, one by the left and the other by the right. These are two wonderful people I've met, and I can tell you that today we are going to dissect a lot of issues. It's not just a question and answer program. It's a discussion program. But we're also going to give the audience the opportunity to call in, ask their question. We're going to make clarification for those who want to get clarification on our issues of discussion. And possibly, we might also share the link for those who want to join us live, because it will also be nice if some people desire to join us live. If you request for the link, we can bring it on the screen so that you can join us and show your face as well. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Maduabuchi, thank you very much. Maduabuchi, I want to get a little background about yourself. Can you give us a little background? We know that your location is very, very dangerous. We know, we see the job, but you have shown, yes, you have shown some kind of, I don't know how to say it. Sometimes I even look at your program and say, hey, God, may God help and protect this our brother, because the job you are doing, it takes somebody who has the spirit, you know, to do what you are doing. Can you give us a little background about yourself, you know? Because it's important that people who don't know you would want to know you in a little, not full detail, but a little background about yourself, your upbringing, because you have become a personality. My brother, I don't feel like you. Because when you speak, people listen. When you speak, people listen. And it's important that those who do not know you would want to know a little background about you. Mazi Maduabuchi.
Okay, thank you, Mazi. Like you say, I appreciate everything. I thank you, Mazi Solomon, and the Biafrans all over the world for this very wonderful opportunity given to me. I am happy. Like you said on the background issue, I will not go too far, but let me just touch a little side of academic or something. I think I am free to touch there a little.
Go ahead, Mazi. Just whatever you can.
Okay. I will just touch there.
Because I know that there are people who would want to know a little more about you, not in full detail, but the ones you are privileged to, you know, because nobody is expecting you to tell us how the day you were born, how you were born.
I know, Mazi. Thank you.
Yeah, just
Thank
a little.
You. Thank you, Umo Chineke. Okay, the little I can say is where I stopped my educational career, because some relatives or somebody just deceived my father and took me out of my father, while my father has sworn that he must train me to any level. So they just took me. I don't know, it was a far plan. It was a very serious plan to destroy me, but they stopped me in primary 4. And that's where I stopped since then. I have not gone any further or anything. I have not even go to any school again. And I thank Chukwu Abiyama, because what they planned to do did not come to pass. And I am using that very academical level to work in this very struggle, because they have called me to come and do it in the church where I said no, because I will lie. I need something I will do so that I will not be lying until I saw IPO, because I preached Biafra when I was in awaiting trial in Enugu. I spent 4 years in awaiting trial in Enugu, so I acquire much knowledge there. So I preached Biafra 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013. I will preach Biafra from 10 o'clock in the night till 5 o'clock in the morning. Before the waters will be everywhere, they will be listening. Though I have not listened to Radio Biafra, I never dream about it, but I followed Wazirike. I was an apprentice 2000 and the year 2000, 22nd May 2000. That was when Wazirike hosted the Biafra flag there at 275 Oslo Daba by 5:30 a.m. So I was there, but I was too small. Though I joined the enlightenment unit and I began to preach the same thing. That's what I was doing in my soul before I dropped. when I saw what was going on. So today I am happy I found myself in IPOB, and I have determined to do my work, because this is my work in IPOB. And today I've worked as an coordinator, zonal coordinator. I've been a local government coordinator. I've been a financial secretary of the senatorial. I've been a deputy senatorial coordinator. I've been a state tweet head. I am now the Biafra Land Twitter team head. Thank you, Mazi, and that is where I will stop for now.
Thank you very much, Mazi. You know why I say you should give us a little briefing about yourself? Okay. Because some people will say you don't have a background. Who is this guy? Like so many people who are coming today now. So many people who are coming today now to claim Biafra, if they do not know where you are coming from, you see some of them yapping and blabbing, and who be this one? Say this one is nobody. But now you've been able to tell them that your Biafra struggle did not even start with IPOB. That even as a child, you have started. Now, somebody who is sitting in his bedroom, who just woke up from COVID-19 sick bed, you know, who joined, will now come to, you know, come and challenge you and say, they leave this one.
Maz, excuse me, when I was 2019, I was confronting politicians to say no election in Biafra land. I led many teams to confront them. That was when the man was campaigning for Atiku, when I was confronting Atiku. So I don't know. Go ahead, Maz, go ahead.
Yeah, so Mazi Solomon, do you have anything to say as regard to the little detail that Maduabuchi have given to us?
Yes. You know me, I always like to be specific and objective. Mazi, Maduabuchi, where did you stop your education?
First term, primary 4. First term, that one you start by September and end it by December. So after that one stop, the second term will start by January. So that first term, which is to say, if you remove the first term, it is primary 3. But let us make it primary 4.
Okay.
And I don't care about it.
Maduabuchi, I like to be very, very specific. Since that time.
Okay, should I call the school at
No. I know you're a fast guy. And in this very platform, we might not be fast. We might not be as fast like you. Sometimes we don't know. So you should try to pay attention when we are throwing questions at you. Now, my next question is this. Since then, you dropped from the first term of primary 4, which if you remove the first term, it becomes primary 3. Have you gone to any other school, or have you gone to night school, or have you hired a private teacher, or have you been in any private lesson since after that time?
Thank you, Mazi. No, I've not even tried such at all. Even I've been a Sunday school teacher, 2005, 2006, and 2007. So I've been a Sunday school teacher. I even wrote the first and the second tracts of my church in 2006, 2007. Yes. So I wrote tracts.
Okay. Maduabuchi,
hold on. Mazi Solomon. You know, there is, before you proceed, you know, there is something I want to bring forward from this story we are hearing here. Because, let me tell you, there are people who have spent millions of dollars to go to school without acquiring knowledge. They come out the way they entered. They come out empty. While there are people who never had the privilege to see the four walls of a tertiary institution, but they develop themselves by themselves. So you can actually develop yourself on your own without, you know. So what I see is a young man who have stood and built his own foundation by himself, developed himself, and today he's giving back to the society through the knowledge and wisdom he has been able to do on his own. Mazi Solomon, go ahead.
You are here with Maduabuchi. I think he's old enough to give us idea on how he was able to come to where he is today. So Maduabuchi, I have listened to your program, And most programs you did, you normally speak English, you mix with Igbo. Sometimes you speak pure English. And I have seen places where you went for evangelism, you stood and speak English purely, and the people, and you communicated well, and people are understanding the message you are passing. So, Maduabuchi, can you, in a brief, tell us how did you build yourself? How did you make yourself to who you are today? Please, can you give us a brief? Because somebody is going to learn today from you. There are so many people who wanted to summon courage, who are actually should do something, but they are being intimidated by maybe what you have gone through and have overcome, and they needed your explanation at this very point for them to catch up, because there is people who are sitting who should have joined in evangelizing for Biafra, who should have come out and they begin to speak out, but they are being intimidated for feeling like their English might not be accepted, that they might not speak well, and they don't have enough education. Please, can you tell us how you come to where you are today, please?
Okay. Mazi,
thank you yourself. How did you summon the courage standing before people? I see you standing before educated graduates, speaking boldly without any atom of intimidation. How do you come to that point, please?
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you very, very much. This very question you're asking me, this thing started from when I was too small. Very, very important you understand. That even our people, they knew. They discussed about me. Even when I was 7 years, you come and ask me something. When I was 14 years, they come and ask me something. And that was when they planned to take me away from education, because my father was making mouth. He go among them, he make mouth. How my father trained me at home was that when I was in primary 1, if he sent me a message, he must put it on writing. He must put it on writing. Must. So if I reach to that place, if anyone that I could not be able to pronounce, I will give it to the seller, the person that is selling, then he or she can bring it for me. So that's how I was trained. Then after they stopped me from that very school. I started to read anything when I was taken to Lagos. So anything I see on the carton, even if you are doing anything, everything written on that carton of a goose, motor pass, I will read it. Any signboard I see, I will read it. Anything written on a vehicle, I must read it out. That's how I train myself. I focus, I make sure I must do it. Because at even primary 2, teachers in primary 5 will come and take me to come and answer questions. So even when I was taken away, the teachers went to our house and they quarreled with my parents because of this. So, but that's how I train myself. I read anything I see. I use moon to read. Even my mother will ask you, are you reading with light? Are you Maduabuchi that read with moon? So I read every time. Even when I'm going, I will be thinking, reciting something inside me. Even it is happening to me in this Biafra struggle. Even if I'm walking, I am thinking. There is something I will remember now. I'll stop. I will come and write it or tweet it and go back to what I'm doing. So that's how I build up myself. And if I want to do something, I must focus. I will make sure I do it. I will make sure I do it. So that is how I used to bring up myself. And today I can read, I can write. I even give correction. I give people correction. So that is
great. That is great. That is great. So before Mazi, Patrick take over, one more questions I want to ask you is this: when did you join IPOB family?
Okay, I joined IPOB family 2015 by opening a zone which I called IPOB Inquiry Line. And he sent, that was Uchemefo answering the call then. He sent me the phone number of that very state coordinator, which I will not mention. And I called him, he gave me his direction, and we opened the zone. So I asked the people to find somebody to, they say I must go. So from there, I started. From there, I was working. Then, as we continue, we came to the states. We were moving until the senatorial was created, because there was no senatorial then. So senatorial was created, and we were sent to our own senatorial. And from there, when I went to the meeting, the senatorial coordinator made me a financial secretary. Just that I handled, there was one day the secretary did not come, but no financial secretary then. I just took record of things that happened that day and gave accurate accounts. So he said I should be the financial secretary. From there, I held it until I was appointed local government coordinator. From there, but before then, when Python dance, after Python dance, as everywhere was calm, that's when, though I was going to units, because I made it open that unit and zones, zonal coordinator should invite me to come and talk to their zones. There are people that will come, they will hold a meeting, they don't have anything to tell their members. And the members have questions that they cannot answer. So I declare it open that anybody that have question should come, invite me, let me come to the zone and talk to them, because I've been doing it. So that's how I started going grassroots evangelism. From there, I started how I started holding crowd on Biafra struggle. Though I hold crowd from awaiting trial, but in open was somebody will stop me to ask me a question. And if I started answering the question, there is a way people, I don't know how they used to listen to my voice. I don't know. Immediately I start talking. If you are passing, you stop. If you are passing, you, everybody that, before you know, before I come back, this place will be full of human beings. Then I will be shocked. And before you know it, they will bring you can water. Before you know it, they have keeping a motorcycle or keke that will carry you immediately. And before you know it, IPOB has started making calls, and you say IPOB members that you will not know. Even me, I don't know. It's when I just finish, they will tell me, enter this vehicle or enter this okada. Oh yeah, go. That's how I don't even know when it will happen. So that's how I took the courage. But the one that moved me far was that after the Python dance, we were underground. And if I go among the people will be talking as if everything has ended, and I wasn't happy. So I took it upon myself. I said, let me start evangelism. And I book it. I told them, anybody, coordinator, you are free and create a chance in your area, whether a junction or roundabout, invite me. Don't worry. Don't worry. Just your duty is to stay aside. Just video me. Forget about anything that will happen. If you are afraid, forget. Just allow me to come there. If I handle the microphone so that people will get the information. Right? Then I started doing it. From there, I started calling coordinators, local government coordinators. I'll ask them to look for market inside that village market that I'll go and preach Biafra, to awaken our people, to tell them that we have not gone, we are not gone, that IPOB is still standing. So that's how we started campaigning. From there, coordinators started seeing me. They said that when we are going to a burial, any place, or even a member of a zone, the parents die or anybody die, they will inform the state, and the state will now inform me, and they will send me to that very place. Whether it's in Imo State or Anambra or Imo, it's not of my business. Whether I born, it's none of my business. You will see me there. I will come there. I will handle microphone. I will preach Biafra. There are some of our people in abroad. Their father died. They even messaged that I should come. They called the coordinator there. They sought and invited me. I come there to preach Biafra. So that's how I pick courage. So anytime, that's when they call me fearless IPOB evangelist, because they see me everywhere. That Biafrans call me. Biafra is Biafra land. They say this man is fearless. I see him here. I see him here. I see him. So that's how I took the courage, Mazi.
Thank you
and
so
waking
much.
our people up.
Mazi Patrick, please, can you still give me more opportunities? Because there is things I want Maduabuchi to bring out to our people here. Okay, Maduabuchi, just before I proceed, I have heard you in your explanation here saying you take note that you have equally been a financial secretary of one of the units.
Yes.
So
no, senatorial district.
Yes. Maduabuchi, we want to get from you also. Do you write? Can you write letter? Can you write full statement if I call something for you, can you spell it now? When if I say this thing, can you spell it on your own?
Very fast now. Very, very fast.
I want you to spell for Biafra insubordination.
Okay, INSUBORNATION.
Okay. Yeah.
Insubordination.
I proceed. Because do you understand? Thank you very much. So, Maduabuchi, there is an important question I want to ask you. You are here telling us how you have been moving, evangelizing for IPOP and all that. Now, I want to start by this. Have you met with FreeMaziNnamdiKanu face to face? Does he know you?
Yes, Mazi. We have met 2 times in Umuahia, Faruku, to settle a case. That is an issue because, misunderstanding. That's what we used to have in IPOB. We don't have problem in IPOB, but to have misunderstanding because we came from different houses and different thoughts. So when you misunderstand, we go and reason and understand. Then if you don't want to understand, then you know that this is a project, you start aside so that we move. You are also a Biafran. So we have been there twice. And I even asked him question direct. I asked him question concerning zones and units. So he responded to us, right? So I have met our leader twice.
Okay, thank you. Now, another question to you, Maduabuchi, is this. Since you have been doing this work, you have been running here and there, people calling from abroad, you should attend their burial ceremony, demanding you to be in one place or the other. How much have you been paid for all these jobs you are doing? Have they been giving you money, tip money, or like pocket money, or what has been happening? How have you been refreshing from traveling from one place to the other?
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you. If a zone invite me to a place, I may transport with my money. Then if I come there, they may give me transport money. You may come there, you see that they don't have money, you start going. Then somebody have asked me, do they pay you? I asked him, if you sweep your house, how much do you earn a month? Or if you go to toilet and you make sure you put yourself in order, do they pay you? Or I am asking, when you brush your teeth in the morning, do they pay you? Nobody pays. And our people, our people treasures good things. Our people love good things. They can support you. I get support from our people. Do you know that when I demanded for megaphone for evangelism, people have been seeing me. They see how I carry the small one and they go to evangelism. Immediately I posted that I just took a picture and they posted it that this is exactly what I need. One of us responded and sent the money. I asked, if you want to respond, please go through National Coordinator, Biafra Land, or you go through the state coordinator of that very state, which I will not mention. So, but the person came direct to me, then I went and bought the very, what is it called, my megaphone, with the name of the state where I am serving. So, though it's for my evangelism, but after buying it, I bought it and wrote it, not my name, the name of the state where I'm serving indigenous people. Then I took it to the state coordinator and I told him how the thing came. So the little change that remained, I use it to print flyers for my evangelism. So I put it my phone number. If I reach a place, I will use it, or if I go to a market, people will share it for me. So that's how that very phone is with the state coordinator. If I want to use it, I will go there. I will take it from any state, anything that anybody that want to use it on type, you can go and take it from them. So now that I started broadcasting, like, because I was going evangelism before, but after our leader was kidnapped, I started coming live broadcast. It was somebody that encouraged me that I should come live, because they used to come and ask me what is happening. They said I should be going live and give it our people, because
Yes.
This my phone now. This my phone. This my former phone went off. I complained through somebody's Facebook, and somebody responded through that person without communicating me. And the next thing, the person came to me and said, somebody has sent money for this phone. So we went and buy it. So that's how our people do.
Okay. Maduabuchi, let's move away from that, at least. Okay. To conclude that question, is there any money that is being portioned to you monthly or weekly through the coordinator, national coordinator, or through your unit coordinator, or through the intercontinental coordinator? Is there any money that is portioned to you that normally come to your pocket? You expect it from any of these people I mentioned every month? Is there anything like that? Any month, week, days, or what?
Thank you, Mazi. The people you are mentioning, they themselves are in trouble. They don't have something. Where are they getting it from? Is anybody giving them? Are they earning salary to give you? Nobody is giving them. Therefore, what will they give you? We put our money. We give our time for everything we do here in Biafra land. That's what our leaders saw at the end. He said, we stop levy in Biafra land because our people are suffering. We levy our people, and since then, our people have been suffering. Before you raise any fund now, you must notify them down to the national coordinator, and they'll pass the message how they do it before they will return it back to you and allow you to raise fund for an emergency something in the zone. Talk more of giving you money. Who are you? Who is the person that will give you money? When I was unit zonal coordinator, we spend our money. You go to a meeting and you pay levy on your zone. A project you have in the state, you may pay 2,000, you may pay 1,000. You come back, you see that there is no money in the post of your unit or zone. So you ask them to forget that, and you give them the receipt. So you go to meeting, you spend your money, you go to here, they say the meeting has been shifted because of security purposes. You use your money again and go to the next location. You may even come back by 11 p.m.
And the security men may hold you and even collect your money again, even as you are fighting for their freedom. And you will not tell them where you are coming from, because we were laying the foundation then. Mazi, so nobody pays each other.
Thank you for responding to that question. The next thing I want to ask you, since you joined IPOP, have you ever had any reason to castigate the leadership of IPOP, or any reason to abandon IPOP and move somewhere else? Have you ever have any encounter or any reason to consider such a decision since you joined IPOP?
Thank you, Mazi. You know, this very struggle, if somebody understands it, he will know that you have no reason of deciding to go out, because it is one house. If you have a misunderstanding in the house, you have to settle it in the house. So anybody dreams of going out, that person does not know what we took on oath, because even like the insubordination, if you go to the oath of IPOB, you will see IPOB leadership. When you see IPOB leadership, you will also see FreeMaziNnamdiKanu. That is to say, the two is important. The two is added in the oath. You will not be in subordination to the IPOB leadership and the FreeMaziNnamdiKanu. It is not divided. The two are there. So I have never had such intention, and nothing has moved me. We always move. We always move, because my duty is to energize our people. We took all this risk, not that you don't die, but when you see how people are quiet, you have to show yourself as a dead person, so that they will know that our people are still standing. That's what we do. Not that if they shoot you, you will not die. But you are doing it because people, okay.
Yeah, Mazi, just because of time, because I know that Mazi Patrick has a lot for you, just because of time, I want to ask you again. Has people ever fight you in this IPOP, since you've been an IPOP member? Has you ever got fight with people where people are criticizing you, where people shows they don't like you, but they are still the member of IPOP, showing you dislike or showing you any attitude that could make you feel like I should not continue with what I'm doing? Have you ever had such an encounter in IPOP? Be sincere, be truthful, then be yourself in this very question.
Yes, yes, I have had it. I have had it when I was appointed to another office, even without my knowledge. I was appointed as a deputy senatorial coordinator. That's when I got that very attack, but I ignored it. I faced my job. How that thing happened is that I was even angry. The state coordinator called me and said, make sure you come to the state meeting today. There is a work you will do. I said, okay, because our leader said, whenever the superior call you, they have the reason to call you at any time. Though I'm coming to the state meeting, but he said I should make sure I come. So when I came, the person that they were appointing as the senatorial coordinator came from another senatorial district, not from our own senatorial district, because the problem there in the senatorial, our leader now decided that they'll bring a neutral person. When they bring a neutral person from the other side, so that we will know who is now going to hate him, to say that he did this or this, because this person have not been in this senatorial. He now wants to know why you will attack the senatorial coordinator. He now want to know. Now they decided that this person don't know what is in the senatorial, and that I'm the person in that senatorial that can direct him, just be at his back to show him many things, then so that he will carry on. Or if they ask question on call a meeting, a zone, if they mention a zone or a unit in a meeting, they will ask you, does this very unit or zone belong to this senatorial? I am the person to respond, because that person is new. And I was the financial secretary to that senatorial. And people saw me as I was working there. And I became a local government coordinator in that senatorial. So the state coordinator, they called me. I just came. That person was notified, but I was not notified. Because I will argue it. Because they removed my boss, the senatorial coordinator. Then they now make me assistant to somebody, which people just took it as if I removed my boss, my senatorial coordinator. That's how they took it. They started criticizing. Why the state coordinator knew that nobody told me? He himself, he was laughing at them. Nobody told me what was going on. They just called me and they said I should assist this man. Immediately he was appointed, they said I should assist him. I said that he is to appoint his own assistant. They said that's how it was discussed. Because I have to do it. That's how it was discussed. Not really equal. That's how they said it. So I don't have option than to obey. So they started with that, say I removed my post, I did this. He doesn't want my business. And he later discovered that nothing happened. And everybody I have worked with in IPOB, thought you must love to work with me. Because I work and work in your office, I work everywhere, I make sure there will be no leakage. Even if the person that's supposed to be there is not around, I will cover it once. That's how I do, because it is a general duty. If this one leak, my own effort will also be destroyed. So if this one is leaking and you mind your position only, then if something happens, then it will affect you. That's why we are always vigilant, whether this person is present or not. That's how we do.
Thank you very much, Mazi Maduabuchi, for responding to my questions. Then, finally, I wanted to ask you this. So, people has criticized you, fight you in IPOP, and yet you remain in IPOP. You have no reason to go out, wanting to start your own, wanting to call your group autopilot, or wanting to call your group.
Mazi, let me come in, Mazi. In Biafra land now, the local government I have coordinated will give you the highest number of unit and zone and the highest number of IPOB family members in Biafra land as a whole. Because I even go to this community meetings, I pre-Biafra. Any place I reach, I must create a unit or zone. So that is, if we want to divert, we have people. But it is not, our leader say it is not your property. Anything you have is not your property, it's the property of the people. That's why when Magaphone was given to me, I handed it over to IPU because not my property. It was not given for my business, it was given for the business of the people, which is Biafra Restoration. So that is it.
So you refuse to monetize anything that you are doing, even though it's a gift of God on your life, but you refuse to monetize it. You refuse to make it a private business, a private revenue collecting. So everything you came into IPOP, you see it as the property of the people, including the gift of God upon your life. Is that what you mean, Maduabuchi?
Yes, now everything now, as I am now, I will just say it. My two children, all I know that they will be there. So we don't care. All we need is Biafra. Without us restoring Biafra, our children are useless. So what we have now is useless also. There is no security to guide it. So it's better we fight to secure it. That is why you don't need to be hoping on any other thing apart from Biafra. You don't need to be contemplating of living the very route our leader have created, which have even put the guidance. There are people guiding the tracks. We are moving. People are guiding it. But if you force to be out, if they try to stop you and you say no, they will open the way, you'll be out. They'll block it again. That's how we move. That's how we move. We are on chain, moving.
Thank you very much, Maduabuchi. I wanted to ask you, Maduabuchi, where you are, Mazi Maduabuchi. I know that, are you married?
Yes, I'm married now with 2 children. But my wife is late since 2009. Right? So, I have a daughter and a son, but I have not remarried.
You are a widower. In this program, we are going to pray for you. God is going to bless you once again with a good companion. He's going to bless you once again with a beautiful Biafran lady once again. And we are going to make it to happen. This is not going to be a voice. The voice of a man is the voice of God. We have said it in this very program. And Biafran who are watching in this very program, this our brother needed a companion. Imagine a man who stresses like this to work for Biafran. When he come back home, he has to cook his food. When he come back home, nobody to fetch water for him to bath. When he come back home, nobody to cook for the children. He has to do all this job and come back. No, this status must be changed today. Biafran has listened. And the Maduabuchi, because we have prayed here, Chukwuokike will visit you in a special way after this very program. Do you listen? Thank you very much. Then I want to ask you, Maduabuchi.
Okay.
So you have responded to so many questions that we asked here, but I want to ask you one common question. Where you are now, is there any electricity provided by the government?
Look at me now. No electricity. They just took the rubbish they used to. You know, they love it when you shout NEPA. That gives them joy. Because if the light is steady, they will not be hearing NEPA. So when they hear it, they take the glory. If you take them 2 hours, they will remove it. They will just off it. There's no light. No light now. Can't you see how I'm sweating? No light. We're already dead. We are dead here.
Yes, Maduabuchi. So how did you get the because I am sure, okay, yeah, it's still sunshine in Biafran land at this time. I am the one who is in the night. So how do you manage to power your gazettes and the things that you normally come to live videos with? How do you manage to power them?
Okay, Mazi, thank you. You know, you must have here now. You must have a power bank. So if they give you light, anytime they like, you can charge it. If they don't give, you go to where they are charging it. You make sure you power your devices. You must have to do what, because what our leader only gave to us now is phone. He have not given us gun. So when you allow it to go, that is to say you don't have bullet. And something may be happening and you are supposed to be there to help and fight, and they will not be active. So you must have to have, it's just our bullets every moment. But we find way and do it. It is difficult, but you must find way and do it. So it is difficult for us. Anybody using phone this place or anything, you know, it's very hard. But there are places you can be free somehow, but you know, this position where we are, my picture and everything here, sometimes we change some places. It doesn't matter if it is comfortable for you or not. You must have to do it to make sure that things happen. There are places things will be free, fair. But here, it cannot be fair, so because I am inside.
Thank you, Maduabuchi. Thank you for the responding to that question. Then the final question I want to ask you now, Maduabuchi, what is your greatest challenge as a fearless evangelist? As a fearless evangelist, I discovered that you are not driving. You don't have car of your own. I'm not putting words in your mouth.
Yes, the challenges I am having is that you know, the problem we have for like informants, all these people, the only people that can link the enemy to you is this very cyclist or something that always took you to your destination. So that is the challenges we are having. I am having. So, but that makes you to disclose your location at times to them. But if you have such thing or something like that, or somebody closer to you doing it, they might not follow you up. When you change location, the same people will even know where you change to. That is the challenges here I am having. But it is not a problem to me because I go any place I want. There is a way our Creator is in charge of this very gospel we are preaching. So it doesn't bother me much. It is not something, it's just like you ask it now, but it's not something in my program or budget. I don't think about it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Maduabuchi. I think that Mazi Solomon exited briefly, maybe as a result of network problem or whatever, but I promise he will be coming back. He will be coming back. Now you have given us detail about your life. You've given us details about how you started IPOB, the job you're doing. You see, the job you're doing is all over the place. People are seeing your great work. People are commenting about it. And I mean, that is the reason why I said you must come to this program, because I want to interact with you. This is not a program where I'll be throwing questions to you and you will be responding. I want us to make it very, very interactive. And we have already crossed 1 hour, 15 minutes. It's like, you know, in a very short period of time. You know, I'm getting requests from people who would want to have direct contact with you, who would want to want to know you on a personal level. But that has to be maybe whoever that wants your contact can do that after the program. Now,
Okay.
Maduabuchi, what is the inspiration? What is the inspiration behind what you are doing on the ground? The inspiration in terms of how do you, because you have talked about how people, how people ask you questions and how you respond maybe along the road, and before you know, people start gathering. How do you get this inspiration? The inspiration and the motivation that drives you.
Okay, thank you, Mazi. Thank you very, very much. One thing that moves me very, very well is because I talk about how I begin to think, how did our fathers, our parents, our great-grandfathers secured communities for us, secured food for us? And as I was thinking, thought was coming to me, telling me that before somebody would discover that this is Erundimo or this is Edendimo or whatever they call it, that this thing is not good to eat, that's one of our great grandfathers have tested it. It's either it harmed the person or the person died, or the person was just harmed and took medicine and survived. That is to say, they paid sacrifices for what we are eating, because it's not God that came by himself and said, do this, this is abacha. Look at how you do it, this is ogiri. Look at how you do it, this is... No, people do some... How do somebody thought that Oba, the oil bean, will do somehow as if it is just like damn is spoiled, it has spoiled before it will be good to eat. These are sacrifices to open something and see that it's a achara. You begin to open it and get the one that is good to eat. These are sacrifices. Before somebody said that this is okazi, there are other leaves that looks alike before they discover those things. So somebody ate the wrong one and they pay sacrifices, and that's my inspiration. I said no. That is to say, we have to pay sacrifices, because if somebody in Biafra land, because of security purposes, want to go out in the night, some of them, they will go out with the Bible. Why is he going out with the Bible? Because he thought that the security men will see him as a Christian or coming back from the church or from night jail. But I am telling them that there are names of people that are in that Bible, people that pay sacrifices, and you carry it along, and you are not even eager to pay sacrifice. So what actually have been moving me or inspiring me is how our fathers secured streams for us, which we are fetching water from. How they secured our village, how they created our roads. There are things they did. They lost time. They gathered. They had different meetings. They sacrificed. They contributed. And I know that these people are good to honor. And I got inspiration that I must have to do something. And this is the opportunity to do something. Because everywhere, if you go to church, they say, the people they call are the people that discover like spoon, people that discover motor, people that discover bicycle, people discover barrel, people discover beak, somebody discover glass, somebody discover zinc. These are the people that was called, not you that went and studied theology. Theology is just, you are a pastor or a reverend, somebody is a doctor. Somebody is a philosopher, somebody is a scientist, somebody is also a barber, somebody is a tailor. So you are not greater than each other, but you have not invented. Those inventors are the people called by God, because they will invent things that will remain, though you may come and change it. You may change the other bulb to energy bulb. You may even change the normal seat we have. Look at, I'm sitting on plastic. There was no plastic. Somebody discovered this. These are special people on earth. Now you go and study in theology. So these are my inspirations, why I could be able to be moving and do what I am doing, because I must have to do something. If they kill me now, my picture will surface, so it doesn't move me. That's been my mind. I know, because when you call Peter, you call James, what did they do? It's Isaiah, Jeremiah. because they moved and told the government that you are doing wrong. So if you like, you kill him, that's your business. My picture must surface and my video must surface. That's all. Fine, that's what I need. I don't want to be killed by a motor accident or die in my house. It's either you kill me on Biafra for Biafra issue, or then you allow me to go. Because dying in accident is useless, or die in my house is nonsense to me. I will not be in a normal history that I need. That's
so
all.
You prefer to die for a cause that is worth remembering.
Simple.
That is why all of us are here. That is why all of us are here.
Mazi, yes. If I die now, my neighbors will be calling my people. That's rubbish. If I die under this cause, do you know where the cause will reach? And do you know how my pictures will surface? So I don't like that very thing. That's why when I go to preach, I even inform them. If you know your brother that is army or police, if you have the phone number, call him, tell him that somebody was sent by FreeMaziNnamdiKanu to come and preach Biafra here. Because we don't care. Because we need to tell our people that nothing is happening.
Okay, Mazi, Maduabuchi, I want us to be brief because very soon we'll be opening the line so that people can call in. But meanwhile, before we move into that angle, I want to ask you certain questions as a regard to, because you are on the ground. It's very, very important. And that is why I brought you on this program. Because we have seen people coming out to say, oh, they are the ones controlling people on the ground, that they are the one in charge, that they have overthrown IPOB leadership and all that. Mazi, Maduabuchi, we have seen that our people have continued to sit at home every Monday. And this sit at home seems to continue. Is it because the people chose to sit at home on their own, or somebody is telling them what to do? Despite the fact that IPOB leadership have, suspended sit at home, the people continue to sit at home. You are on the ground. That is why I want to bring this question. Is it that somebody somewhere have taken over IPOB and is now giving order for people to sit at home, or people are sitting at home on their own?
No, Mazi, thank you very, very much. The very Monday sit at home, we campaign for it. We campaign. We have broadcasts, we have posts, we have Twitter. We made to campaign for sit at home Monday. It is our duty. We campaign for. There is a underground work of campaign that we used to do in Biafra land. If announcement is given, there are works we do. Immediately we do it. We just watch and wait. That's how we do. Nobody do it for us. We did it for IPOB. We do it by ourselves. IPOB on ground. And when the sit at home was suspended by our leader, so that the enemies will not use the opportunity and destroy us. Now, our people because of this, they have decided on their own voluntarily. Even, do you know that government workers love it? They spend Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And some people started saying that people discovered, though God will allow Saturday, which is Shabbat, people implemented Sunday. So they are implementing Monday in the name of FreeMaziNnamdiKanu. Biafrans, they know it had been suspended, but they know that they must do it as they decide. Nobody is pushing anybody. Nobody is for. That's why when we see somebody enforcing it, I say, what are you enforcing? Works have been done. What if we want to recall it back? We will start such evangelism again. That is the way we do it. So, but they have chosen it. Some people have set their meeting on Monday. Some people set their club meeting. Some have put many things already, and they don't want to change it, and they cherish it. So anybody enforcing it is not from IPOB, because Biafrans themselves, they don't like anything enforcement. They don't like enforcement. So nobody is giving order somewhere. No, it has been a work we did that is still there. It have germinated. The work we did for years. Anytime things have been mentioned by IPOB, we know what we will do to call them back. But this one, they said they have decided to do it for FreeMaziNnamdiKanu. That's the only thing they can do, because most of them are not IPOB. But they said if IPOB are doing their thing, how do they participate? Though they participate whenever we issue order for sit at home. But they say that they choose this one on their own. Nobody is pushing them. Nobody is forcing them. They have even started buying things they will eat. Some have even budgeted cow they will kill on Monday. Not by forcing or by attacking somebody that you decide to go and buy a cow. A goat to kill. No. Or fowls, chickens, people will be eating on Monday. So it is a decision. People are doing it because of FreeMaziNnamdiKanu. Nobody is forcing them. We are on ground here. If somebody say he's forcing, or if somebody say he's giving order, then I want to see the person to say, come and say that this is the name of our group. This is the name of our group. Just come like where I am preaching, or you go to somewhere people are gathering, you say that I am here on behalf of another group without mentioning IPOB. Then you see yourself. You see, if you go alive, then we'll know where you came from. So nobody is giving. You can only be talking on Facebook. If you talk finish, you come here and do that in here because we are here. If you raise anything apart from IPOB, talk rubbish. Forget what they are talking here. Come and do it here. Come where people are sitting. You tell them you're not a pilot, or you are probably not a. You will go down immediately. Or you come where people are gathering and say, this is voice of betrayers. Just mention that rubbish. Just they will not know.
We'll be coming to the new setup radio, by the way. Mazi Solomon, do you have anything to add to what our brother have said as regard to the voluntary sit at home that the people have chosen? Do you want to ask him a question, or do you want to make your contribution in that regard?
Yeah. On my own side, it's going to be a contribution, but I don't know what happened to my system. It just got shut down while we are still transmitting. So, but I was ready to hear what is the greatest challenge of the fearless evangelist, Maduabuchi. So I was ready to hear what is his greatest challenge, because I know every one of us has challenge at this one. Did you want to go?
Yeah, Mazi, he has already said it, but as at that time you left.
Yeah. But
he has already detailed, and he said, Mazi, he said that the challenges that he has, and not just him alone, so many other Biafrans, are challenges of logistics. Because when they want to move from place to place for his evangelism, they used to engage commercial vehicle, which is very, very risky. Bike and keke and all that. And you know what it means when you don't have your privacy. You are going on the kind of journey that they embark on. And so, but I don't want us to go too deep into that because we understand what time is it. But I believe that people have gotten the message, and I know that I trust our people on what they are capable of doing. Now, Mazi Solomon, let's talk about the Monday.
I want to make a contribution to the sit at home.
Okay, go ahead.
What Maduabuchi have just said, but Maduabuchi is more on the ground that can give us this, I think, first-hand information as to regard to what is happening on the ground. Okay, so Maduabuchi, my question to you as somebody who is on the ground is this: apart from IPOB under the leadership of FreeMaziNnamdiKanu being headed now by Chike Doziem, on the ground, is there any other IPOB that is participating in sit at home, or is the reason why people are sitting at home?
Thank you. Thank you very, very much. IPOB family works under chain of command. Biafrans are different. Biafra is just like IPOB by birth. It's just like Christianity. And you come into it, you now have people fighting for freedom. Because when you give somebody a form, he may not be attending to church, but he will now feel he's a Christian. But there are people that go to church. Some will go to Catholic, some will go to Pentecostal. Just like we have a family meeting called IPOB family meeting, which is these people that have where they gather. Though you are IPOB by birth, but let me go direct to your question. Now, We work under chain of command, unit, zone, local government, senatorial, state to national, and national will now go to continental, from continental or going in. Now, these are the people that are in charge of Biafra land. These are the people that can take letter to any school. These are the people that submitted national anthem to schools. These are the people that people will call on phone. And if they have any information, they will call us on phone. Is this happening? You say yes or no. These are the people that are taking control. These are the people that even politicians will try to hear from them. We are taking grants. We are taking over the land. If there is any other group, then they will tell us the name of their family, how they meet, before how you have evangelized, where you have reached, and who can mention your name from our people, because our people don't know that name. These are something happening on Facebook, because if you know that you are proud of what you are saying, that you are on ground, that you are in charge, that you are making sure that there is Monday sit at home. Let us see you come and tell two people, only two people. Just tell them that you are so group or so people, apart from IPOB. Then we will see how your life will be. Nobody, don't mind anybody talking rubbish. You know, okay. The family meeting is not on Facebook. So we are on ground, we do it anywhere.
Do you know why I throw these questions on you? Is that
yes.
The recent video of Asari Dakubo, he came out like Ewi that they smoked out of his hole. And he was telling people that there was a group called autopilots, that they are on the ground and they are controlling 95% of ESN on the ground, of which means that if they have the control of ESN 95%, definitely they have 100% control of IPOP volunteers, IPOP coordinators, and IPOP family. Now, I want you to tell us in brief.
Okay.
Is there any news on the ground like that, that some group of people called autopilot has taken 95% of the control, or even 1%, or even 5%, or 10% of control of what is happening on the ground, or what is happening in ESN camp? Please, can you brief us? Because Asonye Tontina no Nulugole Abusi.
Thank you, Mazi. You know, so our people are supposed to understand these people. These are people that are on contract. Whenever they are talking, they are not talking to us. They are responding to the Fulani, trying to boast that they are still working. This is giving account. Please give us time. They are just indirectly responding to them. When they are talking, I'm in charge of ESF, they are trying to respond to their contractors that we are doing something on it. They are not telling you that because they have no access to that. You have no access to the family. You cannot even come open and talk it. They have no ground, they have no body, they have nothing. You can be doing it inside you. Come now and show it. Let us see when you tell somebody that is another name. Do you know what FreeMaziNnamdiKanu suffered for our people to understand the name IPO? Do you know what it took us? Do you know how we go hiding? Do you know what we fight? Do you know how we even, you will pay rent, you will not even finish. If you will last 3 months, you will leave it and look for another place. So you will come and tell them there is another thing, not the people. You bring another thing for the hearing of our people. I don't know. The person should come, let us see him. So they are responding when they say, we are giving DOS ending of this month. They are not talking to DOS. They are using their name to respond to Fulani that we are still working. When they say, I am giving IPOB media warriors 1 month, 2 weeks, they are telling Fulani, please hold on, we still work on them. They are not talking to you. This is just, when Dokubo talk, they are responding to the enemy. But you think they are talking to you. These are people that are in the middle. They don't want to raise up their hand. So nobody is on ground here representing anybody. Either you are a neutral Biafran, right, or IPOB family member. Where do you gather?
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mazi. Just because of time, Mazi Patrick is taking over from here. But my last question to you is this. As somebody who is on the ground, is Biafran on the ground, like from you moving to one place to the other, evangelizing? You are meeting Biafrans every day, and you guys are coming to the junctions, you are discussing, you know what is happening on the ground. Is Biafran expecting another radio station? Are they hungry for another radio station? Did they actually, what they wanted as you are going evangelizing, are they crying to you, or are they talking to you that we need more radio station, or we need radio station at this very point, that, or maybe they need somebody to bring radio station to them at this very point? Is that the need that is on the ground? Is that what people are clamoring for? Please, can you help us to respond to these very questions? Because a lot of people are confused and they are feeling like people on the ground are clamoring for another radio that is not Radio Biafra. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mazi. Do you know that there are states or areas that may even spend 8 months, they will not listen to Radio Biafra, but they have radios in their state, they receive other radios, but they are still hungry of Radio Biafra. Even if you are 1 year, you did not hear it, you are still hungry of it. So if somebody will be expecting radio, why is it that they did not embrace this Radio Buhari International by Clifford Iranya? If people need more radio, after all, they knew Clifford Iranya, they knew Chenasebu, they knew Mamu Gochukwu and Co, Imam Mezu, they loved them, they would have clicked to them, or who's everybody, if we had been expecting something like it, right? We would have joined Human Rights Radio. He has FM, he brought it to Aba, he took it to Igwata. No way. So there is nothing like expectation of any radio, because there are multiple radios here, but there is a special radio, Radio Biafra, the only voice of the people, because the key of the radio is that they took it away from Ojukwu. They attempted to take it away from him, that very central voice, by creating River State. Immediately they started the genocide. That is to say, they want to divide that very voice. They want to split it. And from there, they started creating states. And when you ask Ojukwu, is Biafra dead? He said, no, Biafra can never die. That's why come again through media. That is why our leader FreeMaziNnamdiKanu came through media. And this very central voice is the fear of the enemy. When they speak from there, whether it is good order or wrong order, the enemy know that it must be carried out. They don't care whether it is good or bad. All they fear is that very voice that comes from the radio. So nobody expects any other radio, because we have multiple radios that are lying. So if you open a radio, it will just be like Magic FM or radio. So you open it, it's just like ordinary local radio, because people know that there is Radio Biafra. So nobody is against your radio, but to come and advert it and say that it has replaced Radio Biafra, then let us see what will happen.
Maduabuchi, I'm not trying to cut you short. Now, I want to ask you a very straightforward question, and I want you to give me a straightforward answer. You heard that a new radio had been opened in Biafra land. Since the announcement of the opening of the radio, have you heard the radio play, and which channel is it playing in Biafra land?
On that one, Mazi, I have not even tried to tune it. Maybe later I will try, but I have not even attempted to tune it, because nobody has been telling the story.
Have you seen anybody telling you, Mazi Maduabuchi, have you heard anybody coming to tell you, there is this new radio, even if you haven't tuned it? Have you heard people talk about it in Biafra land, that they are receiving signal?
That's what I'm saying. Few days ago, I was telling them, I was the one telling them there is a radio you will hear very soon. They were surprised. The only people are people that are on media. They say they had it is Devil Man. Whenever you say, they know it's Devil Man. So, but nobody is discussing like as if there is something coming. As the people need this thing, it is coming, or we have had it, it is happening. No, you can't hear such story, because our people are not easy to get something to.
No. What I want to confirm here is, our people receiving the signal of the new radio or not? Or I'm not talking about whether they are interested or they are not interested.
Okay.
Is there such a signal in Biafra land?
I jump on the next, brother.
Okay.
You know, I know. I come in.
Yes.
Like the question you're asking, you know, I understood where you are going through. You know, like our brother said, there's no need of you bothering to listen to any radio. You understand? He have already cleared himself on that particular issue. You know, there may be radio on ground, but the question is whether people are interested, like what he said now. If they know it as Radio Devumahi. Don't forget that those.
But what I'm asking is the signal real? That is the question.
It might be real.
Because somebody can just come out and okay.
It might be real, it might be fake. It's possible to be real because there's a lot of money to pump in for he can be speaking. But the question you should be asked, is people taking this radio so serious? There may be radio everywhere. Which M4 is on air. A Clifford Irania, Radio International, I just tuned it last time. You know, though they're on Facebook now because it is matter of time. This question you're asking now, you have to ask it in the next 2 months or 3 months. By that time, they have tried their best. Know that people are not buying the idea, they will stop pedal. They must try. So don't be surprised. There may be radio. People may be listening to radio. It's not a problem of listening to radio. The question should be asking, are people taking that radio so serious? And may you know that I'm tired of listening to radio. If our leader come out and say they want to open another radio, I will still question him. What are you creating radio for? We are tired. You know, are you not tired of listening to radio, brother?
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Welcome to the program. Welcome to the program.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm not going to waste time. Highest 5 minutes. I just want to come to support this our brother. You know, I want him to reach out to me. I want to support him on my own way. And we also have a group. You know, we have been thinking about him, and I still want to make him clear to him. I'm not saying that he's going to derail. I don't even care whether he derail or not. What I'm interested is what I'm seeing now, because a lot of people have been helped in the past, like Italian to know such. And when they call to know Wolo, and when this was school, you know, then he begin to attack those that have paid him money. And when, like our brother SAG, you know him. SAG gave talent in 30,000. Then it wasn't talent in 1 million, 2 million. Then you begin to see that 30,000 as nothing. He begin to even tell that SAG give him that money to attack people. That is why sometimes we run away from supporting our own. But in as much as our brother is, I see him, I do a lot of people, even today, somebody called me and asked me, have you contacted this our brother? I say you should contact. We need to do something for him. We are not doing it hoping that tomorrow he will not derail. We are doing it because of what we are seeing him doing now. You understand? So we don't want to do something for somebody hoping that the people will continue in that direction tomorrow, because we have had a lot of experiences. So I want him, I just only coming here to tell him to keep on doing his good job, but he must be very, very vigilant and careful. You understand? Because it's very, very important. They may come for him like they are going to others. He may be very careful. Like somebody wrote on the comment section, they are controlling the fake ESN. When you talk about are they controlling this autopilot are controlling the fake ESN. They're not controlling the ESN created by Mazi NnamdiKanu. So that is justice. So our brother, I think I have come in contact with you before. Me and you have a change, conversation. After you write me, yes. I want to bring you in. I want to support you, and I have also friends. I want to support you in any little way it is. We are not promising you to buy you heaven and earth. We are not also giving you money to continue in what you are doing. We are just giving you to appreciate the work you have done, because we don't know what you are going to do in future. So that let it not be as if when tomorrow you start talking another thing, our people will begin to, feel demoralized. This is what made many of us to fall astray. They will put their mind on somebody, hoping that the person will remain that tomorrow. When the person fails tomorrow, they will get disorganized. I don't trust anybody in life. I'm only trusting what you are doing, what I have seen for now. I don't know what you are going to do tomorrow. And we are not buying you over. Anybody that's giving you anything, you must continue speaking the truth. When you see Methuselah going in a wrong way, confront me. That's how to know a freedom fighter. Not because I give you something, then when I'm talking nonsense, you'll be hailing me. We don't want such people in Biafra land. So after this program, just try to write me so that I will brief you on what we are planning. I will brief you. Just I thank our brother Patrick and our brother Solomon, a very intelligent man. We are here to make sure that we keep on, the candle of freedom on. Nobody is going to delay this struggle. I want us to continue fighting to retain this house this man has built. I am not fighting to defend anybody. I don't want to shame to befall our leader. All this structure used to make map, our structure. When they try to fail it, if they destroy it, they will be the one that will go out and be laughing. Look at them now, our leader making map, structure. Haven't we destroyed it? That's what they tell you. So I want to leave you now. Continue with what you are doing. Many of you are seeing what is going on. And not only him, I'm also going to reach out to so many people in Biafra that are doing a very nice job, that their face is already on the internet, because we don't want to put our people's life in danger, because that place they are speaking is very vulnerable. Anything can happen. But those that have already succeeded in showing their face, we are going to support them. We are going to support them, I tell you. I want to leave you here. Thank you very much, and remember,
Methuselah, just before you go, thank you. Mazi Methuselah Nwanne Mekidezek for coming into the program. You are the man of honor, and we know you by your word, okay? So actually what I wanted to say before you go is that the reason why Maduabuchi is here is for all Biafran to understand that whatever you are doing, you are sacrificing yourself to do for Biafran, that someone is sitting somewhere appreciating it. And so people should know, no matter how little it is, Maduabuchi might not know that somebody like me is watching his program, that somebody like you is following him, but by the action of bringing him here, he now understood that even people who are more learned, more educated, more even well-established, they are equally sitting under his teaching and under his tutoring. So we are here to encourage him, and Methuselah has also put his face to what we are doing here. And I must appreciate Methuselah because he is the man of his word. I love him so much. Right. I don't fail. Every day, if nobody shares the program of Methuselah, I will begin to look like something has happened. Something has happened. And that is every day I open Facebook to search to hear what Methuselah has to say. But the only place I'm having problem with Methuselah is that Methuselah is tearing Bible, and I'm going to hold a special program for him. Thank you so much, Mazi, for being here. One moment, being a great man.
I know. One moment before I go, I want to correct some impression. I've seen some morons. I don't know, Patrick, you allow some morons to be in your platform. You are trying, I bought shelters for them. I bought shelters.
I see Methuselah. I see
when they comment, they will screenshot and send to Loretta Noche for monthly payment. Comment as screenshot. Comment. How many negative comments you make a month determines your salary, so you don't mind them. It is for their payment monthly.
Yes. I have
so Methuselah, don't worry about the comment. It is
I want to correct the impression before I go. Now, okay. I want the whole world to hear it. We don't bribe in the secret. They say we are bribing. Simple. We don't bribe in the secret. If you want to go into bribe, we'll not bring it out. We may be doing it in secret. Like I said, our brother Maduabuchi, anybody among these people you are seeing on the screen that support you, and they are doing something that is against the ethics of the struggle, descend on the idiot. Don't mess it for the person. That is the advice. We are not bribing anybody in the secret. We are just assisting you to tell you we love what you are doing. You understand? So, and our brother Patrick, please try and buy shelters. It's very, very important. I want to leave you here and remember.
Yeah. Remember. Metu, don't worry. Don't worry. We welcome everybody. We welcome everybody. All the mosquitoes. We welcome them. It's not a problem at all. We know. Correct. We know how it functions. All the cockroaches will continue to feed them with the necessary nutrients.
Right. We are using the reminder of
this program.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
I appreciate your coming in.
Yes,
thank you so much. Yeah, so our brother Maduabuchi, you can see that a lot of people have been following you, and a lot of people have been admiring you. because you have shown an exceptional character. When you look at the comment section, people are commending because you have made sacrifice. You have taken risk. You have put your life on the line, trying to make sure that people get the message of Biafra. And you know what? There is always a reward for whatever you do in this struggle. Whether you are doing it right or you are doing it wrong, there is always a reward. And that is the reason people need to understand that you must always follow the right path, because there is always a reward. Now we have cleared the issue of the radio, and you have told us you are on the ground because I'm not on the ground. So you are in a better position to tell Biafrans what is happening and the feelings of the people. And you have told us that nobody is even interested if there is any new radio or whatever, because they understand that any radio outside Radio Biafra established by MaziNnamdiKanu is a counterfeit radio, and nobody is interested. And besides that, there have been other radios that have also come, who have come to counter MaziNnamdiKanu and the IPOB, and we know where all of them have ended. So for us, it is not an issue. Now, there is something I want to ask you. When you go to evangelism, what is it? What are the important questions that our people ask you, people on the ground? Is there any specific question that, because I know that people used to ask questions. What is that question that our people ask? That question that is very, very important, that almost everybody asks the same question wherever you go. Is there any question that our people ask that is very, very important that you can remember to tell us here, so that we'll be able to address those questions?
Okay, Mazi, I don't have a specific question that they used to ask me. They always ask me a question according to what is happening at the moment, because I don't know where I will start. Is it from 250 or 217? But currently on our situation now, there is no much question than they need our leader. Are they releasing him? When are they freeing him? When is he coming out? Right? But before, not now. Now they have started understanding that we are now in the main struggle of what we have been agitating since. Because that we are fighting for since. This is now we are trying to achieve something. Now they have begun to understand. But there is no particular question. Nobody, people understand what we are doing. Just that people are just gossiping on media. People on ground, they understand that even if their radio is not playing, they understand what we are doing. Only for you, immediately you tell them something, you will now use it to correct his own argument, personal argument. Some of them don't have questions, because there is a way I address their issues. I will hit it random. I will mark this one out, mark this one out, mark this one out. So you make sure that you touch them. The main thing you will be hearing by gossip or anything, I would like to go and treat it. So no much question. It was when we were starting early that they used to ask us questions, but those very stages gone. So now all they hear is our leader, or what they will ask you the day that is sit at home. If there is the court, they will know. They said court days is sit at home. They said Monday is a past day because it has been decided by them. So no much question for now. To me, don't ask me much.
Mazi, Patrick, I think at this moment you need to open the line so that
the line is already open. We have the first caller. I'm going to put the number on the screen right away. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program, Mazi Zeji. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, good evening from London, Mazi. Hello. I'm Mazi Maduabuchi. I'm Mazi Pat. I'm my lovely great Biafrans. I thank all of you for the wonderful job you are doing for our people. Mazi Maduabuchi, I say may Chukwu Kikiaba bless you and your family and bless your generation. What you are doing, you are laying a foundation of everlasting blessing that will follow you and your entire generation. The eyes of the wicked shall never see you.
You say?
The hands of they will never touch you.
Yes, sir.
If it's happening in the front, you are at the back. If it's happening at the back, you are in front.
Yes, sir.
They will never see you. They will never see your family. Keep doing what you are doing. The spirit of Biafrans and the spirit of our ancestors, they will protect you. They will guide you. Don't give up. I say don't give up. We do watch your video. We do watch, the things you are doing in Biafra land. Because it's good that our brother Pat and our brothers Pat and Solomon, they brought you on this Hello platform today for people to hear from you, because you are on the ground. The issue of radio, Mazi Pat, you were asking him, my brother, there is nothing like any radio station or whatever they are telling you, the open radio, autopiloters. Because if you go and take the wavelength they have given out, posted out there, 105 point whatever, send it to anybody, any part of Biafra land, to ask them to tune in that channel. There is nothing like that exists. What they do is that, like our leader said, they will emulate us, they will fabricate, they will lie. They will never be like us. That is what they do. They want to copycat everything, our leader has put in place to make themselves relevant. Like our brother rightly said, they sit at home. It's quite clear. We know that all of us have families back home. What he is saying here today is unadulterated truth. Because I've called my family, they live in Owerri, they live everywhere, in Biafra land. I asked them, this Monday sit at home. We have stopped it, we've cancelled it. My own senior sister told me, yes, we know you people, you have cancelled it, but MaziNnamdiKanu is our son. We have decided to be doing it for him, to respect him, to also show our solidarity. Nobody is, it's not that we are disobeying the order. We know that DOS, they are the governing body. They are the one that tells us what to do. Only them we know. We don't know any other person. And when you ask them what of the group, they call autopiloters. One boy that is ranting in Finland, they will be laughing and saying they don't even know whether such people exist or not. The only person they know, the only people they know that will give them Biafra is MaziNnamdiKanu at PUBDOS. And the ESN, they are doing the great job protecting them. Since our leader gave them ESN for protecting them. That is why they decided to be sitting at home every Monday. That nobody is trying to force them or do this or do that. No. They are doing it also to show solidarity and appreciation for MaziNnamdiKanu for providing ESN that is protecting them. That is the truth and the unadulterated truth. So my brother Maduabuchi, keep doing what you are doing. All of you that are resolute, that you are doing this agitation with pure heart, with purity of heart, knowing fully well when Biafra comes, all your talents, God-given talent, you unleash it, to live like a human being, to enjoy life, to live a repeatable life. That is what all this is all about. You are not doing it to gain popularity. You are not doing it because you want money. You are not doing it because you want to, your voice to be heard more than any other person. But know that you were born to do this. So whatever you are doing regarding to this Biafran freedom, I encourage you to continue doing it. Don't give up. Don't give up. After this program, I will also advise you, be ready to start getting inboxes, some different calls. Some are going to come in a very demonic way, a manipulative way, to tell you that they want to send you 1 million naira to help you, that they are seeing what you are doing, but try to be, understand where the money is coming from. They want to send something to you. Also try to ask clearly, you know, what is it, who are you, and what is it all about? Because what they do is that somebody like you now, they will target you, you know, to look for a way to send maybe 2 million or 5 million or something that will make you think, oh, they are doing it with purity of heart, while it's deceit. The same people will call you tomorrow and start sending you information, you know, that you have to start attacking DOS or say something against the job you have been doing over the years. Well, at the end of it, if you don't go their way, they will bring you on the media and start, you know, rubbishing you and try to blackmail you. That is how they roll. You are a man full of wisdom and intelligence. So I encourage you to continue doing what you are doing. Mazi Pat and Mazi Solo, I bless all of you and I bless Biafra. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We've had series of other callers trying to call in. If you want to really call in, the line is open. +39 388 177 9665. And we have our brother here, Mazi Maduabuchi, who is a resident in Biafra land evangelizing, and he's popularly known as a fearless evangelist in Biafra land, converting souls and making people believe in Biafra through his evangelism effort. Yes, we have another caller, Mazi. Yes.
Yeah. Please,
yes.
Can you look for the video? Can you look for the video of Mazi? Yeah, Mazi Patrick.
I will do that. I will do that. But meanwhile, let's see if we can take. Let's see if we can take. If we can take this caller. Hello, caller.
Okay, Mazi Patrick. I'm from Buja. Case me. Ana m asị na nna ekene Mazi Maduabuchi. Mụ na ya bụ friend na Facebook, and nna akwụkwọ ọlụ ọ na-alụ. Ọlụ adịrị na-asị ya jisi ike, biko na ọlụ ọ na-alụ ọ bụrụ mmadụ ya akwụ ya ụgwọ, n'ozugbo ya akwụ ya ụgwọ. And the ọlụ a na-alụ enye ngwa agwụ, mana ọlụ ya na-alụ na na-alụ ka nji send alụ gị request sị ka m na-awọchi gị na maka na o nwere ụfọdụ n'ime anyị na outside the country and your heart na-atụpụrụ egwu igosi iru ọba bụrụ nke nwa nọ na ana Igbo na-egosi iru gị na-epreach nọrọ on ground na-epreach odiri izi mmụọ na onwe m adị etinye anya na na-ege Maazị Nnamdikanu oge niile mana since ejideli o nwere dịka spirit bata m n'ime ụfọdụ ụmụnne m ndị mụ na ha nọ n'ebe a na-asị m kee ka na mụ echenjigo na mụ na-etinye anya na IPOB ọ dịghị akọ m onwe nsị a nọ ma nweta ụdị spirit amara ụka adatin isi nweba m n'ime mana oge ọbụla na Biafra IPOB ka m na-ekwu maka ya so oge ọbụla m lụgodo ụlọ Maazị Nnamdikanu Maazị Nnamdikanu mba ka m kọntinụ na onwe ụlọ oge Chineke ji esi ka m nwere ụmụ pụta n'ije River o nwere mgbe eji akpọ mmadụ so m na-asị gị iji sie ike ama m na ya try ka abụrụ ọgụ tu emesa ma biko uche gị dị n'ife ị na-eme uche gị kwa na yo movement ụdị akwa maka yo movement ọ ka dịsịa mkpa bikos ndụ gị dị anyị mma Maazị Nnamdikanu pụta na ọ ya nụ gbasara oge ọlụ ị na-alụ bụ na ị na-alụ ya for your unborn children nwaanyị onwe m na-ekwu ya na ọ na-abụ mfụ gị ka ị na-ekwu okwu akpata oyi eju m arụ ndị mmadụ ọkọlọbịa nọ na n'Igbo gbakozuo na-ege gị ntị ọ dịrị izi bikos o nwere ya akpụ dịka ọnọdụ a kwụrụ n'ebe a ihe cheki kpọgodo family meeting nke mara mmadụ ọ naghị ege gị ntị o nwee bụrụ a community zukọrọ na-ege nke nwa bụ mmadụ abụchi ntị ọ dịrị izi so ife niile m na-agwa gị bụ jisi ike na anyị nwa nọ diaspora na-eke gị ọ bụrụ ife ego ya ma ọ bụrụ ife ego ya na Nigeria gọọmenti karịrị ya faya akwụ gị 100 million ibido okwu eliwe mana anyị ma na ọ bụrụ ife ego ya eme ọ ndị akpọrọ ya aza akpọgo gị dị oku ịzago so biko jisi ike na anyị hụ gị n'azụ a na-etinye gị n'ekpere na onwere ife ya eme gị Chineke mmadụ butere gị n'ije ahụ ya eme ka efo Biafra anya ịma nọ na-akwụrọ m nnukwu akwọ mana o nwere ndị gụrụ akwụ ọ bụ na nna akụziri ife na-eme na Abia ihe nna wonda ka ka ihe a si wee baa m ihe ka ezi o ji wee bụrụ na na-eti ikele ndị ka m nọdụ n'akụ na-agụ ha nne nka emesi ọ bụla eziokwu so the spirit is wee bata m n'ime amara ọmụma na ihe niile nna agwa onye ọbụla DOS bụ aka anyị nwere ọmụnwa na-ede data idiot na Finland agbachigo m o nwere mbọsị ndeli ya we are with DOS without apology to an idiot o dosia ka ọ brainwash ndị na-efoli ya mgbalịa vidio ebe Mazi Nnamdikanu del anybody that is no following order from Chike Doziem from DOS will be removed from IPOB edesiri m data na ọbụlọkụ m mbọsị data Madam ha na-eme program ọmụnwa akpọli ya si ya Madam ha bụ ndị ofu egwu na anụrụ m ife na-ekwu n'isi na Biafra is a Portuguese name na Biafra is a slave name mana ihe ọbụla ị na-etinye IPOB doesn't mean na-emeri IPOB meaning IPOB is indigenous people of Biafra mana ihe ọbụla ị na-etinye IPOB n'isi na Biafra is a slave name ndị ọnụ ọzọ si ya ka isi nwee mmalụ o ji nwee bụrụ sọ nke mmalụ onye ọbụla lelụ Mazi Nnamdikanu na Kanu nta lele n'ụlọ ọzọ nke na Belemana na Finland dị jenu nwe jụsi asị kọwagodo m enwe evidence nwe gbasara ibe ine ọ sị m ji akwa isi m na concrete rekọdụrụ m eche mpụ na elige video n'ebe ọ na-eme program ọ sị bụrụ sọ nke ma destin ọ sị m kwuo isi concrete nya ba m so even na-agwa unu bụ n'ujisi ike onwe ndị aka na-ebe ọchị onwe ndị na-ekebe wota ive na-ekwu ihe ajụjụ m na-ajụ onwe ndị na-ege ntị ọ bụ na ha ka dị confuse ha sị na ha mara ebe ha ya akwụnya ha sị na ha mara ndị ha ya eso tele Mazi Nnamdikanu na-apụta mbọsị Darlington na-ekwu okwu ọmụkpọrọ Darlington na fon afa mbụ jami ka ị ga-efe ihe ahụ mbọsị mkpọrọ ya sị Darlington atụrụ ọsụlụ nke ka Mazi Nnamdikanu pụta m na-agba ụmụnne m na-ege Darlington ntị mana ịpụtazịrị na-asị ọbụrụ nke nwa ya fight for DOS no DOS ya fight gị n'ihe eche mgbe Mazi Nnamdikanu ọ anyị chelu mgbe a destroy like IPOB inwe kwube now is the time you need to talk kita bụ time ị need n'ikwu okwu na anyị need gị for now ọ mbọchị ọ kpọrọ emesi obido okwuvezi ọ ga-akụ bidoro kwuve ka na nyakwụ with DOS na nyakwụ with ọmụ abụọ ekpọli ada esi ya na mbọchị ị gwara anyị gbasalụ nne nna ya Chike matalụ na nne nna ya dị jenu ịpụta n'ugo online yo Biafrans na dis akaụntụ ịgwa nne nna ya akwụnye ego na data akaụntụ bụ fake ị ga-ede program na mwa wee kpọrọ agwụ ya afa mbụ Jamike even na-agwa ndị be anyị bụ ka ha malụ nke bụ the truth o nwere ka ụmụnne Mazi Nnamdikanu niile ya esi nwee het ya Mazi Nnamdikanu bele ya
ma nwunye ọ na-anụ anụ tụkọrọ aka ma Kanu nta ha niile ụmụ ya sefu ụmụ obele nwa ọ mụrụ amụ so tụkọ aka wee lee papa ha according to the philosophy of Eloha.
akpọrọ m ndị na-ege ntị si ya ịnwụsị na onye a na-eme great work since ejidere Mazi Nnamdikanu na osevmus anyị na-achị ịba 8 gbagodo m one single good thing ọ bụ na Mazi Nnamdikanu pụta ọ dị proud of this idiot ọ sị na ihe a bụ ihe ọ lụrụ nwere o jide nke anyị nwere nwe na-destroy ị na-ebu ụlọ ya aja afa ị na-ebu famili aja afa ị na-ebu nne nna anyị aja afa ihe ndị unu na-agwa mere unu so na ihe ọbụla na-agwakwu wit Mazi Nnamdikanu adịrọzi jenu osu unu na-abụ dị jenu ndị lọya sị na wọkụ wit Mazi Nnamdikanu na-afụ everyday apụtago gwa na ife na-eme nnụ si unu na o nwee mos ka a na-akpọ ha ị na-edeliva unu na-achọ ka akpọgodo ha aha ka unu nwee mmalụ ụlọ ndị a bụ ndị a na-agwa ndị be anyị si anyafa na ọtaim kịta ka ha kwesịrị ịsa anyafa onye a na-edisiv unu o nwere ihe ọ na-eme na bụrụ o jide IPOB o jide nke otinye confusion ebe ọ destroy ya mana Chineke nna dupụtara anyị n'ije ama nkwe ka ha mezuo ihe ha bụ n'ugwu anyị nọ n'ije ọbụgodo ụzọ ịtọ ka anyị fọdụ na IPOB anyị anyị atịrị Mazi Nnamdikanu na-apụta mụnwa na onwe m pụtara n'ije na-ekwu okwu oge ọbụla na mma like na-akpọ na-enye advice adịme otu a bifọ mana sisi Mazi Nnamdikanu bara n'ime dịka spirit batara m n'ime afụrụ m ya mụnwa na onwe m tinyere na profile all of steady na profile Mazi Nnamdikanu since ya nna m mụrụ m mkpọrọ m na si m ọmụwa tinyere Mazi Nnamdikanu nsi ya yes osim oke otu o si nwee gwa m oke gosi m n'ihe ọ na-eme na nna m ehetiri ihe m na-eme na nna m sọpọtụrụ m ọ mara Mazi Nnamdi Kanu bụ so o nyere m mmụọ happy onye mmụọ happiness onye m obi ifolokwu ya mmụọ so ndị be anyị jisi ike my brother Maduabuchi biko jisi ike na Chineke nna kele n'igwe n'ụwa ya gosi gị ndụ gị ya adị mmadụ ndị ilo na-ene gị anya ma mfụ gị bikos na ndị ọtọpilọt a na awọnda ka onye anyị si bikos na ihe niile ha plan na-efelugo Chineke na anyị na-ekene Chineke na ndụ mmadụ dịka Chinasa Nworu maka na mgbe o nwere onye ọya abụ no imposition of Chinasa Nworu ịdị ọtọ akpọ anya ka eteki ọba ka echenjie ESM command DOS command to ESM command onye ekwelu bikos nọ na so leadership mana Chinasa Nworu kwero Nworu kwụ on ground anya nwere ha ji aka skate ime na ndị ile anyị na-akpụ Chinasa Nworu n'ọnụ uche mefe ọkpụ Chinasa Nworu n'ọnụ nke a ude na-ekpụ Chinasa Nworu n'ọnụ tifu na Finland o nwere mbọchị ọ batara life ọ na-ama mkpụ Chinasa Nworu o gosiri gị na o nwere ife onye a na-eme so ndị be anyị protect ya daman ndị be anyị sọpọtụ DOS maka na ha bụ ime anyị ji
Chinasa Nworu must be protected. Chinasa Nworu must be protected by all means. Because
any attack on Mazi Chinasa Nworu is an attack. Attack against the whole Biafra.
Yes. Mazi, thank you for calling in. Mazi, thank you for the call, for your call. I appreciate. Who would be a lot of calls are coming in. A lot of calls are coming in. But I want to take a clip of Maduabuchi, our brother Maduabuchi, and when we come back, we'll continue with receiving calls. I want to take a clip of our brother Maduabuchi.
Okay, thank you. This is the fearless IPOB Evangelist Mazi Maduabuchi. I am broadcasting from our homeland radio here in Biafra land. Thank you. I will not mention the location, but our people are here. We are on grassroots evangelism, IPOB grassroots evangelism. As you can see, look at us. Okay, let me. That's me. It's all right. Thank you. You can see me now. I'm going to move already. Ada mama. We are moving. Watching okay. Hello, man. Just so. Okay, sorry. Let me go. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Our duty, we make it sure that now I ain't gonna have no touches. I'm one of the fearless IPOB Evangelist Mazi Nnamdikanu. I'm going to come already. Hello? Police know where all my picture. I'm in where all the video. I'm all over the media. Come on, what we are doing is that now. Before I just try to go casting. Oh, when I hear your job, Maduabuchi. Amata no wo ya amata zendi ya wa ya ndi mmụọ before I chop try dey ndi mmụọ o madu riri ya o nwe ihe o meri ya before nwanne amata na ka ndi mmụọ I chop try nke ọma ya mba agbara agba before gwa dị na ya were ndi mmụọ ya mba agbara agba because mmadụ anwụgo ọ mmadụ arịago ọrịa before amata na nke ndị mmụọ and sister iribe ya ị na-agwakwu ụmụ gị na nke ndị mmụọ ọ mmadụ gbara mbọ so ta ka ede oke na-agụkwa Bible gụta Peter ha nwụrụ maka ozi ọma ọhịa anyị na-eme we have been dying mmadụ niile aga anwụcha kama onwe ndị ga front the enemy to die people like us did you understand onye mere ha ji ahụzi anyị nwa anyị igbo so ị na-emekwana m gịnị IPOB the way of my two children odo nwunye m anwụgo ada m nwaanyị Favor ọkpara m Uchechukwu ada m dị 15 years so igbo m na that's your business iwe onye a na-ewu DSS kpọọ nwanne gị na si ya na onwe onye Nnamdi Kanu dinyere ebe a so igbo m IPOB ga-azụrụ m ụmụ m ha ga-ewe a ga na-azọ ya azọ ndị ga-azụrụ m ụmụ ha na-ala bekee ha na everywhere right a ga na-azọ ya azọ ụmụ Chineke ndewo no mana ọ na-achọkwa ihe ọ na-eri ọ dị same thing na Fulani mere anyị
hanging on 20 pounds after the war. That's the problem. After Buran, him and a war, here we genocide. Genocide is a war that the army will challenge the army. How many of the army? The civilians will say, I control. The only place you can attack is anything that is the resources of the people. But individuals, only military can challenge. War. But the genocide is that how block land and sea. Then we rebel. Stop all the world from helping us. I am genocide. I am a guy. I can't do one thing now. One day, the other person which I'm damn was here. Which is to say, you want to exterminate the people and take over their land. I can have a genocide. Because he got a challenge army, Mary Army. She was here, because everybody going to be jailed. But they determined for everybody to die. That is the issue. So I want information that I pass because now I want to from my phone. Now I'm not going to on the news and Nigerian news is now before we go there, FreeMaziNnamdiKanu not here. About will find out. Yes, you will go here. About director FreeMaziNnamdiKanu, yes, you will go here. Find out. What's that to go? All what I go no one in the new and what to go point answer. So far, you secure go life here. Even now, Biafra Tv, you know that will FreeMaziNnamdiKanu. The FreeMaziNnamdiKanu is an emergency key. Because then we proceed inside Gaga before we went to the point. On your change to begin with. I got baby to a bomb. Which all here that they on a plan. Before Tireka Simba, I got walk. Makaya to go, not to Madagamu. What will go where? No Madagamu, you get me now. What can I do? Madagamu, Tireka Simba, I got walk. Everyone knows I got down. Then you can make a quarter down because after the Yogi Buon 1 month. Okay, Buono, I go make an idea in minute. So everyone after the Yogi, then we can go there. Your duty now is you make it sure in a tea and a Maconia. You are what wife is now look on of here now. I was say to bomb before we are no Kusoku, no one did no Kusoku. Before I was say to bomb. And then the rest of or not no job, or not no job, the Thomas wrote to her. Now I have trying to go. Oh, when you know, my radio, as my IPOB is in a hard to go open for negotiation. Yes. In the radio? Yeah. And they make for negotiation, the man that you know, now surrender. Negotiation, now Mona didn't drag in her, and they go on with your reason. Only I'm releasing here. Mother Batazie, Yota. Then no sister can name. If I can't take you, I will surrender. And then with the 2 agendas, IPOB present FreeMaziNnamdiKanu unconditionally and give us date for Biafra freedom. These very things we just say the got your work because it got a large IPOB and go see Gabo. Abo can negotiate. After the political solution, it got 100 years large. I have present ready unconditional release of FreeMaziNnamdiKanu and date for Biafra freedom. So, like here, that's your business. It's not our business. Right? Did you understand? Yeah. Now, so come to that very news. What the news means is that now, IPOB has been open for negotiation long. Because here, you know, self-determination. Why actually force I in table? Said then, we know self-determination, we present you the freedom. The freedom of negotiation. And your political solution. So I know since before you know that Nigerian government had to gash it, and we're going to to table. And we're going to this international community. Then for them to respond, and I got that in IPOB, now to go negotiation because my Biafra Tv knows. And I respond to this to the war. Now I to go Mazi, but IPOB now IPOB and what the their next mission is to respond. But that now have the open since for negotiation. In our response to the world, they are responding to the world. So our whole Nigeria was not America. Here was now international. That is international level. America helping to go on a court. Actually, I got way back on our the other side and I got here and I love. With that guy, I will fly in Norge. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. The only thing you can know, but I see no, but I see no. Government keep up from now. Hang the price. Government to make a good radio. Voice of Biafra radio. Yeah, voice of voice of betrayers or voice of bastards. Even now you click for the Iranian hammer. Even now you change the family. You open in the Miga on that POB. You can on radio Biafra. People are all government to make the radio. And that be over. Right? So, India need no strategy because direct America how by any my POC. There's a bribe. How by before? Can we get my attack the leadership of IPOB? The leadership of IPOB collapsed or released the director. Up as they don't meet the empty house. Now, the politician are here, can negotiate. By then, again, what does the power? By then, they destroy go power, or where power must this kind of as that IPOB. Call the job and come and see her nose. No trouble. So, here can attack it. Now, here to make that very FM for you. Sabia Kojuegis, I have also presented FreeMaziNnamdiKanu, not FreeMaziNnamdiKanu. Oh, watch. I hear good to me for Hamlet, or no blamming here. Hence, him a radio. Here, government in a table radio Biafra. When radio is on a 12. So, also, I make a loss. You make it a have with IPO because someone like that does him a breach, a question. Oh, watch. Hence, him a pedia. Since then, I could say, carry a bank, that was again. No, best a question. Because that radio, or you could declare a Biafra, a great River State. You declare K1. Can't be one central command. Now, but that's not the song. You know, you return all radio Biafra, one central command. But I'm going to do Biafra is Biafra dead. Yes, you know. Biafra can never die. Biafra will come again through media. And the year that I told you on media is a serious problem. And the year we don't allow the king. Can you arrest and allow the king? How to? Oh, but Obama, you are a Muslim and you are Muslim. You are not sure to arrest in the Western world. Obama Dodgia, your face said they became Iran. Former British Prime Minister. See, you are a thief. Are you not a thief? True of us. Okay, can you change your shoes? No, your shoe without Biafra oil. I call British Prime Minister. So the director to the hand Dodgia, your Lodge, first okay, the Elizabeth, your Dodgia, Teresa Mabane, your face said Teresa May, your Dodgia, your face said Pope. Pope Dodgia, your face African leaders, your Dodgia, Aparazende Apara. Go maybe a level. About I gotta make it Ojuku. I gotta turn dash to Ojuku level. Then the heavy don't be a lot. How you are clear to Obama ever. Help Batalami, but I have a law. I have a problem. How about Rami, but I have a law. The time when you know very soon. The time will stay the Bendog. Because I am not about to go down. So when you didn't so when you get married, why not no violence or so my lad are this safe. Now the people didn't ban it ever. The good actually be private in a corner of Biafra. Uma in a labeke will let them go our company. Even our company now no security. Only no security. He can better now say no chooses or regar. You want to make you go now to even anything you will establish. No, you can, if you kill anything, you will establish business. But you know about tomorrow they will demolish it. Okay, look at my about here. Did you see local government chairman here? They will see that here. Or when I have an assembly member on a very league, this very league in a member.
Yes, that was a clip of our brother Maduabuchi Wachuku evangelizing. Because when we talk about it, some people might not, maybe some people haven't seen your evangelism on the ground. I doubt, because I know that almost every Biafran sees the work you are doing on the ground. And we see the amount of crowd, surrounding you. You don't even have your megaphone to talk to them. So your voice is somehow limited. Maduabuchi.
Thank you,
Can you hear me?
Thank you.
Yes, I can hear you now. Yes.
Yes,
Thank you.
Okay.
That is how we do it. You know, there are some places in Biafra land, they will be waiting for me. Some places, I will create them. Okay. So that is how we do it. Our people love the truth, and when you are telling them, they will understand. Because you will just, if you watch at them, this one is just small, this one is just a few days. I think there are ones you see thousands of people
No, yeah,
rounded.
Maduabuchi, we've seen. I just decided to extract this one to show. You know, we cannot play all your videos. We cannot play all your videos.
No.
We have
Yes,
a caller. We cannot. We have a caller on the line. Hello, caller. Good evening and welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mr. Pat, my brother Patrick, and my brother Solomon. I want to there. Solomon is there too.
Yeah, Solomon is here. Solomon, are you hearing? Are you hearing him?
Yeah, I am hearing him. Thank you, my brother. You are welcome.
Okay, go ahead.
Solomon and my brother Patrick, you people are doing very, very good. You know, initially when about started and welcoming enemies, I used to be very, very at the point, you know, what Pat is doing is great. Or enemy comment, that is when you gonna know exactly what is in their mind. If you don't want to talk to them, how will you know plans? My brother Patrick, this morning, my brother Abuchi, I think he's hearing me, correct?
Yes, Abuchi is listening. Abuchi, can you hear?
I can hear you.
Okay. Father, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Patrick, my brother, I'm having mixed feelings now because having stumbled on Abuchi's program a lot, Abuchi used to give me consolation. I'm telling you honestly, Abuchi gives me consolation a lot.
Abuchi, the person that is talking is a Reverend Father. He lives in the US. So you can see the life you touch, the kind of life. He said that you give him a lot of consolation each time he listens to your program. That is to tell you that you even touch people with spiritual and religious inclinations. You cover every ground. You see, so when we bring you forward because we recognize the talent and the strength and the motivation you have. And it is a confirmation from
and the Reverend
Father here.
Before somebody becomes a Reverend Father, he has to be in the school, in the high institutions. Apart from the primary school, it has to be in a high institution up to 16 to 15 years, 15 years to 16 years. Or if you calculate the years of their education, it goes to almost 20 years of learning in a very advanced institution. Consistently. And such people are sitting under your program, learning from you. So you need to know how great you are. So we want you to start expanding your heart because you are not as small as you are looking at yourself. That is what the Reverend Father is trying to address. Thank you, Father. We are listening.
Thank you.
Yes, my brothers. You know, right now, I'm having mixed feelings because what you people are doing right now, there is no other way to do it than to call Abuchi and appreciate him. But at the same time, Abuchi now will be on the eyes of many people. They begin to having a little bit fear that Abuchi, people might, distract him and he will, go away from the marvelous work. I want to tell you the Europe, in America, the people fighting Nigeria are Abuchi and those on ground. And after listening to autopilot, all of these things, going on, accusation, if I want to have that peace of mind or to listen to something that makes sense, I go to Abuchi and listen to his analysis, and his analysis gives me joy. And it is through Abuchi I have come to realize that those in America, those in Europe, what we need, what people back home, what they need is our support, especially financially. But when you talk about doggedness, when you talk about knowing what agitation is, I think those in Biafra land, they know better than those especially those in America.
Absolutely, absolutely. Our people back home are more enlightened when it comes to this Biafra struggle. They are more focused, they are more consistent, they are more formidable, and they are even more disciplined compared to those living in the diaspora.
Exactly. You see, Abuchi, hadn't been that there is a way to do this thing without even showing his face, you know. I would like to
Abuchi face is all over the place. He's even more popular than you think.
Well, Pat, I know it, but you know, coming to your platform is different thing altogether.
I know, but I can tell you that Abuchi platform is as big as this platform. I can tell you that because this is somebody.
I know that.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Right. I know that very well. But however, you see, Pat, my brother, you see this Abuchi, like Austin, the one you brought also in your program. See, these are the key people in Biafra land. These are whatever you people would do to keep them motivated and keep their job going. It is done deal for Nigeria with these guys, to be honest with you. And if you watch FreeMaziNnamdiKanu, you find out that FreeMaziNnamdiKanu, the only thing FreeMaziNnamdiKanu to talk to those in abroad is financial aspect of it.
That is true.
Anytime you ask him, anytime you like, there is this classic, I call it classical interview he had with our brother from coastal region. The one our brother Onajite, interviewed him. They were asking him what type of Biafra are you going to, or what type of constitution are we going to have? People were expecting him to say like America, Canada, like Germany. No, he didn't say that. Our leader said our constitution will be Biafran constitution.
People-oriented constitution.
People-oriented constitution. And then from there, he now began citing example we can take from, especially from this Dubai. He laid emphasis on that, those people, the way they are running their government, and I think Switzerland. These are the two countries he's pointing out that Biafra, we can learn from or take something from them. But why I so much like FreeMaziNnamdiKanu, he is not telling you that we are going to build Biafra of United States, or Biafra will be. No, you see, Biafra system. And the system is building up with what Abuchi, Austin, what they are doing back home. So my advice to Madam Buchi is this: never you derail, never you go. People, as it is now, people will come with millions of naira.
Father, I can tell you that Maduabuchi is born for this moment. He's born for this job. He started even with Masob during the Wazirike era, and he grew up to be groomed. We talk about grooming in Biafra struggle. Not all these people that woke up from their sick coronavirus bed and join and start creating problem for us. Abuchi didn't wake up from COVID-19 bed and join the struggle. He started from the cradle and he went through processes to get to where he is today. He's been tested, trusted, and his attitude and character have been proven to be worthy. My brother, I want to say thank you very much.
My brother, you see,
Yes, my brother, finally, before I let you go, you see how intelligent that Abuchi is. Do you know what he called his own studio? Homeland. Homeland Studio. So, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Father, for calling in. We appreciate your contribution. Thank you very much, Father. Thank you. Yes, so Maduabuchi is a Reverend Father. He's based in the United States, and he has confirmed how you touched his life with your program. We've had over Maduabuchi is out. I hope that he returns back. We have more than 100 callers who is trying to reach us. Yes, Mazi Solomon, you have something to say?
Maybe his battery has gone down. You know, he told us he's
it is possible.
He's powering with the power bank. Okay, now what I want to say, because I believe that the Reverend is still on the background listening. What I just want to say is that what brought about Maduabuchi, can I go on?
Mazi, go ahead. No, we have a caller, but go ahead.
What brought about Maduabuchi appearing in this platform today is because Biafra need to know who the people that they're supposed to be listening to at this time, and Biafran also need to understand that the people who are serving them also need motivation. So we cannot allow people going around demoralizing people who are serving in this very difficult task, you know. So we felt that Maduabuchi need motivations. Maduabuchi need to understood that people somewhere who he doesn't know is appreciating his work and his effort. So in short, every human being need this. We need at least to feel like, for people to make us feel like we are appreciated. No, there's no human being on earth who doesn't need it. Okay, so but that will not stop us from following him up and making him to know that he's much more loved in doing what he is doing than messing himself up. So if we compare the love that we share with him for doing what he's doing, then he will be more afraid of losing that thing that makes people to love him. You know, that is why we bring him here, and we have had his story. He lost his wife for a very long time, living with 2 kids, and still doing this difficult job and taking care of the kids. And it is the time for him to remarry again, and for Biafran to give him support. It's very, very important, because the Bible said we should not cover the mouth of the horse that threshes the corn. So when people are walking, encourage them. That is where blessings come from. That is where God also helps to sustain. That is why he chooses the tribe of so what is it called? Sorry, if I can't recollect, I recollect later. He chooses a particular tribe, the tribe of Aaron. He chooses them. Sorry, not tribe of Aaron. I will recollect. So he chooses that tribe, or the tribe, to be serving in his house, and then as they are serving his house, he makes them to be a channel of blessings for the rest of the people, that as the people looked up to them who are now giving to serve the Lord, as they support them, then the blessings of God return to those people who are outside. So people like this who are dedicated, and we see all the risk that they are taking, supporting them, encouraging them, also come back in return as a blessing in our own work. Very, very
important. The support we are talking about is not that secret support when they will call you on the phone and say, give us your number, your account number. No. Whatever Levi, support that Maduabuchi will get is going to be transparent. It's going to be open. So it's not a question of anybody trying to corrupt anybody. It is a question of giving honor to whom honor is due. Mazi, we'll have a caller on the phone. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, hello. Good afternoon. This is Chichi calling from US. How are you guys doing?
Thank you very much, Chichi. You're welcome to the program.
Yeah, I can see that we lost the fearless evangelist. I actually was so excited because yesterday when I was listening to both of you, I heard when you talked about him coming on the program today. I was so excited. I was looking forward to that because he also has been a very big inspiration to me because I listen You know, even the tape, the video that you showed about him on that field, I watched it when he was doing it live also, and that was so much inspiration to me to see that number of people listening to him. And I also pray for him because I know his face is out there, and I pray that God will continue to protect him, to build a hedge of protection around him, and to build a wall of fire around him, that nothing, no evil will come nigh him. He's been proven, he's been tested, because I listened to him. I've heard his stories countless times, and I thank God for his life, you know, and, you know, even bringing him up here and talking to him one-on-one, I know that, you know, these people that are working for the enemy is going to try to reach out to him. But my prayer is that he remains steadfast, he remains resolute, he doesn't change from who he is. If he's not changed actually from when he started as a little child till now, I believe that he's not gonna change. The Lord is gonna keep keeping him, keep protecting him, keep, you know, helping him to even do more. And you guys are also doing such a marvelous work. You know, now there's a lot of things flying around on the social media. Things like this, programs like this, is very important that a lot of people listen.
These are the kind of program. These are the kind of program the autopiloters would not want to see on air. And the likes of Maduabuchi are the kind of people they don't want to see exist, because they are afraid, because they have been telling everybody, we control the ground, we are in charge of Biafra land. But Maduabuchi is here, who is on the ground to prove them wrong. We've seen the wonderful job he's doing, you know, through the inspiration God has given to him. You know, so if somebody is sitting in his bedroom under his cushion somewhere telling you that he's controlling Biafra land, I can tell you that the likes of Maduabuchi are the people controlling Biafra land. So refer him to Maduabuchi, who is in charge in Biafra land. My sister, you have just 1 minute to round it up, so we can take more calls.
Well, yeah. Oh, well, they can say whatever they want to say. The truth remains the truth. You know, a lot of people that follow them, they know the truth. They're just deceiving themselves. And like I said, and I always say, the truth will always conquer. Light will always conquer darkness. So what you guys are doing and what the genuine people are doing is the truth, and it's the light. And at the end of the day, the truth will always be at the top, while lies will be decimated. So thank you so
very
much for what
my
you're
sister.
doing, and keeping on.
Thank you very much. Thank you for that wonderful contribution. Thank you. You see the people that Maduabuchi is touching their life all over the world, all over the world, all over the world. And I have never seen anybody coming to criticize Maduabuchi for what he's doing. You know, so these are the people you should be looking up to. People with wisdom, who understand, who knows what the structure. And this Maduabuchi himself have had direct contact with our leader FreeMaziNnamdiKanu. And somebody who only met FreeMaziNnamdiKanu on Facebook is telling you, I know FreeMaziNnamdiKanu, I know his heart and all that. But Maduabuchi have had contact, direct one-on-one. So who are you going to believe more? Hello, caller, welcome to the program.
Hello, Patty. Good evening.
Yes. Can you tell us your name and where you are calling from, please?
Good evening. This is Austin.
Austin, welcome to the program.
Calling from Ireland, yeah. Sorry, unfortunately, Maduabuchi has gone off. I would have liked to speak with him.
Okay.
Personally. Actually, I've been following his program. His program. I'm one of his fans on his page. Actually, I love what he's doing. He's quite encouraging. This is exactly what we want at this period of time. He's actually one of those that on the ground. These are the people that are doing some, not that thing that is in Finland, ranting on Facebook every time, claiming that he is in charge of Biafra land. Why he's not? So I would have loved to speak with Maduabuchi. You know, yes, he's doing a very great job, but you know, this is a very pivotal period, and he has to be much careful this time around. Now that all eyes will not be on him, both the positive ones and negative ones. But I pray nothing will happen to him. He have been doing this, not today that he started it. And God will keep guiding him and protecting him. So I would have told him to continue keeping on, not let him not doing it, or let him not have the feeling maybe I see that he's doing it to FreeMaziNnamdiKanu, or he's doing it to any other person. Rather, he's doing it for himself and his future generation. These are people that he's doing it for. So I'm not doing it for Biafrans to praise him or what.
Thank you very much.
Happy for
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you for that contribution.
Before the caller go, I don't want people to begin to see like bringing Maduabuchi here and actually encouraging him that we just started. Let me tell you people that are listening to us. When Oraka embraces Biafra, we are here sending money to Oraka, taking care of his family, taking care of his children, because we looked after our own. Now, when Russell Blue Jack started his program, I'm from here in Australia, sending money to him, supporting him, everything he said, both in advice, in everything. We look after our own. I built a website single-handedly for Oraka, for his business. We support our own. It's our culture. There is a lot. Why I just mentioned but the few is that everyone will understand that we have never abandoned our own. That despite our contribution, our monthly contribution, and everything that we are doing in IPOP, we still go extra mile to see those one who are in Biafra land who attempt to do one thing or the other. We see way to help them out. It has been our caution. So we are not here only to start talking about it from Maduabuchi. We have seen what Maduabuchi is doing. It's our responsibility to encourage and motivate him. And never you think because we want to do this, that is how devil will get at him. If actually devil will get at Maduabuchi, whether with support or no support, he will still arrive, because we did everything to Oraka, but he still arrived where he arrived. We did everything to Russell Blue Jack. He still landed where he landed. So whether with help or without help, if he is the person who will deviate, he will deviate. That's somebody who will continue from his job.
And these people that have received help that we have supported have not even done a 1/4 of what Maduabuchi have done in this struggle.
Maduabuchi has
they have not even done an inch, but they got support. Caller, I want to say thank you very much.
Yes, Mazi Solomon, I got your point very, very well. If you are people that need to support, it's somebody like Maduabuchi, because he's doing a great job.
Thank you very much, caller.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller.
Yeah.
We'll be taking the break 2 minutes and we will be back. We'll be taking a break 2 minutes. I will be back.
Let's go. Criminals the rule. Now what in them they call it that country? Republic of crime. Country where criminally they wear face mask of the president they rule the country now. Republic of crime. Country where terrorists now chief of army staff. Now which kind country be that to? Republic of crime. Country where you look at the mouth, if you look at the mind, to rise up against bad government. Country where social media is control the youth, they make the youth, they wallow in the dark. Something happened the last time I talked.
Caller, welcome to the program. Hello, caller. Can you hear me?
Good evening.
You're welcome back. You're welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome to the program. Biafrans, welcome back. We have a caller. Caller, welcome to the program. Can you please tell us your name and where you're calling from? Very important.
Oh, my name is Tim and I'm calling from Scotland. And I would like to confirm what Mazi Solomon said before the break. There is something our people need to know. I've heard several people calling saying you need to protect Mazi Maduabuchi, or you need to make sure he's not targeted or whatever. Mazi Maduabuchi is an adult and he willingly decided to be in this struggle, just like me and you. And the same thing is the same thing I tell people when they speak about Mazi. You people should know that MaziNnamdiKanu came to this struggle to fight for his freedom. Just as me and you are trying to fight directly or indirectly for the same freedom. So what matters is what you as a person is doing to make sure that whatever he is fighting with his strength and whatever will actually be a reality. It's not about having fear, protecting. The person you are trying to protect knows what he's fighting for. But you that are
because if he had fear, we wouldn't have even known him in the first place.
That is it. Yes. He knows what he's fighting for. Do I know what I'm fighting for? If I know what I'm fighting for, I'll know that he can never go down. Because whoever listens to that man knows that he's radical.
Apart from being radical, when you look at him, you see that there is a glory that shines through him. You know, you need to have that spiritual eye to see the glory that shines through Maduabuchi, and nobody can hide it.
But Mazi part, in that his program you play, do you see the revelation that guy brought out in his program that you shared?
Sure.
He said that because he wanted us to understand that God, Chukwu Okike Abiama, is in charge of this our struggle. That the reason why Mazi is inside now is because God wants to prevent the bomb that they should be throwing in our land now. God wants to prevent the killing, the mass burial that could have been going on our land. And the God choose to make his servant to that revelation. When he was sharing it, I was crying inside of me. I was crying. That is what happened when God is in charge. When God is in charge.
Yes. There is something, one of the videos Mazi Metusela played, there was a point where MaziNnamdiKanu was saying that all those who has been born for this struggle. See, when I look at what is happening around us, I actually smile because I've gotten to the conviction that some people have been born for this struggle. And that is why when they fight for this struggle, it's like they are possessed with the spirit of this struggle. But if you don't know it, you don't know it. It is not a matter of you coming out to say that you are the 100 men needed. They don't make mouth. You see it by their action. They are hardcore. When they move, wherever position they are, when they move, they move. So please, I don't want you to misunderstand me, my brothers and sisters, but let us just stop talking about protection and protection. God
is the protector, and the glory of God is protecting our brother Maduabuchi.
With the spirit to fight for your siblings, for your motherland, he will give you the necessary protection. And then, na mmadụ nwe ọgaba bechi ya ndị nọ n'ụwa ga-asị na ọnwụgo.
But Maduabuchi even said it that he would prefer to die for a cause that his name will be remembered for than to die in a motor accident or to die sleeping in his house.
He said that if he dies, that IPOB will take care of. Obika didn't touch him. Na IPOB ga-azụrụ ya ụmụ ya. Na ga-azụ ụmụ ya azụ. ịghọta ya na-ekwu. So before mmadụ na-asị protect, ịghọtagodo onye gị na ya na-ekwu, kedu mmụọ na-achị ya, kedu ihe na-achị ya, ka ihe ọ na-aza ebe ọ nọ. How many of us can stand up and say that you hụrụ ihe a anyị ga-enweta ya, ngabagodi ya nnata họ, ga-enwe ndị nọ m n'azụ take care of other things. That is the kind of men we need.
Thank you very much.
My sister, let's talk about it. That name will millions of Biafrans who are in the same position with the Maduabuchi. Those who knows who comes out for protest. Some of them know that they will not come back. They saw the bullets. They know that they will not come back home. But for this Biafra, they put their life.
Secondary school, no why. Did you watch the video?
Yes.
Now, I will give you, compare it with the early Christians when they were persecuted. They were singing. They never stopped. And they were slaughtered. When I was watching that video, that was the impression I had. And after that video, something changed in my life. Mama say, now during the war, ụfọdụ ndị mkpa anyị ụmụ nwoke anyị ha mechara na-eme ka ndị iberibe akasị ịga ọgụ. Ịghọta, ụfọdụ mechara na-eme ka imbecile, ọkwa ndị isi dịcha mma, ha debe ka imbeciles ọgụ ebie ka ha hapụ iduga ha ka ha jee rụọ ọgụ. Nya ndị a mee ihe a kịta bụkwa the same people ga-abịa kịta asị gị na ịma akwa ihe ọgụ bụ ịghọtarọkwa, maka they never associated with men, those men that stood for the fatherland.
And the fact is that such people, they later live many years, become old, they still die without being valuable to their generation. Even though they didn't go to war, they didn't die in the war, they still live, and yet they did not contribute anything. The old age meet them, they die without doing nothing for the generation.
And nothing to be remembered for. Nothing to be remembered for.
Okay, nyalulani. No, enwe ikenga na program ata ono na-ekwu that na enwe ndị bụ okenye alụlani. Ndị na-ekwuta bụ ndị bụ okenye, ndị nke dala ibelibe ibe ha nwụọ n'ọgụ ha bịa
ndị gbabacha n'ime ọfịa na-ezo n'ime ọfịa. A lot of men were running into the bush and hiding in the bush during the war.
Enwelu ndị sicha Enugufa na Ọnịchafa were ụkwụ ụgbọgide ọsọ n'ime ọhịa wee na-achite instead of isi na njem n'ọgụ. Ịghọta. So ụdị ndị a bụ ndị a mere anyị nwezi identity. Ịgwa gị eziokwu, as old as I am, n'ala Igbo achọrọ m dike until mfu NnamdiKanu. Mazi NnamdiKanu, I like always to call him Ọhamadike maka na ọ pụtara ọha amata na Igbo ka nwee dike. Ndị niile bụ dike apụta mebe ihe dike. Ịghọta ihe na-ekwu.
Thank you, sister. Thank you, sister. Thank you very much, sister. So Maduabuchi is touching people in the religious arena. This is also a Reverend sister calling from Scotland. Sister, thank you for your contribution.
God bless you.
Thank you very much. We have another caller. Calls are coming in, series of calls. If I'm not picking your call, don't get offended because it depends on when you're calling. And we're going to take as much call before we round up. Already Maduabuchi have exited the studio, but notwithstanding, I hope that if he's not watching the program now, he will definitely watch it later. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, good afternoon, my own brother. How are you guys doing? I hope everybody's doing good. I'm calling from I'm calling from United States, New York. Yeah, I had my own little my name is Mazi. My own little contribution is that, you know, sometimes people have a glory of God upon them, even whether in a Christendom or in a traditional way. You know, some people are born to win and some people are born to lose. Like our brother Maduabuchi, when he came to this program, because some people are saying it like you inviting him that you made a mistake. No, there is no mistake, because number one, this guy is a powerful guy. He's in Biafra land. Let me just give you an example. Like Darlington, he will say, "Naya G seniors and Mana Darlington no Kwana Lagos." So, mana this guy is right away na Biafra land. On a video, on a go sigi I say that he's not scared. Naya go dina naya no. So this is somebody that knows whether you fight for Biafra or you did not fight for Biafra, you will still die. How many people die in a day in Nigeria? Either you die by this nonsense road and Lucy. And sometimes people start to blame people that is in abroad. Let me be 100% with you. If not because of our people that is in abroad, there will be nothing like Biafra anymore. There will be nobody will talk about it anymore. Because the morale and the water and the soup and everything is coming from the abroad, because as in so this thing on abroad, the people that is making sure that the fire will keep burning and the two people cannot work the same work at the same time. So my own advice to everybody is that our brother Abuchi is a man enough. It's just like when you come to a Christendom or whatever, and the Reverend, one has in the Reverend FreeMaziNnamdiKanu, who stood up is only Father Mbaka. Another person that stood up is a Bube Monso. Those people, they have not killed them because those people, they are ready to die at any time for them to stand on their ground. So our brother Mother Abuchi, unless people that have not listened to his broadcast will be saying, oh, okay, this guy, now we are not a target or whatever. I am telling you, Dino Melaya said, if I speak the truth, I will die. If I speak lie, I will die. Is it not better for me to speak the truth and die? So Mother Abuchi is already a dead. What I mean, a dead man is that he's not.
Even he himself have confirmed it on many occasions. But now we standing, we share.
Let people go and listen. Let people go and listen to his broadcast. Before then, we'll ask you, why did you bring him? This man, even his broadcast, if you see the multitude of people that is pulling, is a great man, and that man is a kind of person that everybody have to
deserve to be here. He deserves to be here.
Mazi, I just want to tell the callers. I just want to tell the caller that even the members of DOS, when Mother Abuchi start breakfast, they draw their chair and sit down to listen to Mother Abuchi. Even the DOS, the members of DOS themselves, they draw their chairs and they sit down to listen to Mother Abuchi. He is a great man. We must continue to encourage him and people like him.
And again, he is a motivational speaker, because you can't. Everybody is not meant to have that. There is people actually being brokers computer. Mother Abuchi is not like that. Mother Abuchi is brokers. Mother Abuchi is just a spirit of our ancestors. Is possessing this guy. I am telling you the truth. So he's a great man, and the only advice I want to say is that, because the enemy, they say whenever the children of God gathers, the enemy also will gather there. So the enemy will gather, so that a plan Abuchi appreciate. Different people we are call. Call somebody can point just to tell him, brother, you are doing good. We're not giving you this money because you are not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You are not fighting for FreeMaziNnamdiKanu. You are not fighting for your mother. You are not fighting for your father. Because people think that this Biafra struggle will PDP and APC. It's not PDP or APC. You are fighting for your land. Watch Southern Cameroon. Boys are fighting. They never surrender for people that is oppressing them. So that is type of thing that you're supposed to understand, that you are not doing any favor. And actually, just because of the love they have for Biafra. Nobody pays them to give you anything. So I want everybody that if you are doing bad, it is time to wake up, because at the end of the day, when you do good, good will come back to you. When you do bad, watch the guy that share all his money to the prisoner watch the reward that guy got. It's not because of Obi Kubana didn't see other people, but he saw that this guy was sharing all the money that he sold that day without even thinking of what he's going to eat tomorrow. So what I'm telling everybody is that make sure that you came out from any evil way. It is better because Ezekiel said that when a wicked man turn away from his wickedness and begin to practice righteous, that man shall live. But when a righteous man turn away from his righteousness and begin to practice evil, that righteous man shall die. So are you a wicked man now? Turn away from your evil ways. Don't allow this guy in Finland to be deceiving you with his sweet mouth. Be careful, because at the end of the day, you're going to dig your own grave. He's not going to be there to save you. He's not going to be there to rescue you. Be careful right now, because the voice you are hearing is not an ordinary voice. Be careful and do the right thing. Thank you, my brothers and sisters.
Thank you very much. Thank you, caller. That was wonderful. That was powerful. Thank you very much. Thank you for that contribution. Yes. So, Mazi Solomon, we are having calls. We are having calls here and there. We are having calls. We're having calls. Series of calls coming in, and we had our brother who have also reinforced the sense of belief that we need men like Maduabuchi. And Maduabuchi have not come out in the public to appoint himself as one of the 100 men or 50 among, but you can see it in him.
He doesn't. He has not also come online to solicit for help or for
yes,
so
or for any kind of assistance.
We celebrate.
Even he's even rejecting help. Even the help they are giving him is rejecting it. You know, he didn't monetize his page, and these are people who really need help. They are the people who really need help. But he's not asking for help.
Are preaching with empty stomach, hunger.
Yes.
Not when somebody has eaten belly full. You come out of your room drinking tea, commanding Biafrans.
You know, so these are the things. I want to see if we can start winding down. We have crossed 3 hours. Let's see. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program. Good evening. Please turn down the volume of your listening device, caller. Can you hear me?
Okay, Mazi, good evening.
Yes.
Mazi, good evening. I can hear you.
I have to call you back because you've been trying. So go ahead and make your contribution. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi Ikemo, good evening. Mazi Solomon, good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you. Good morning at my end.
I've been commenting all the program I'm watching. I've been commenting that people should call this man, that people should bring this man in. People like you, people like Melchizedek, all our media warriors, that people should bring this man in. This man needs to be advertised. He's doing great job for us. He's doing something that we are seeing. Not people that are coming on Facebook telling you that there are 100 men, there are 1,000 men. But this man, what he is doing, everybody is seeing what this man is doing. I thought that it was only me that is seeing him. I've been praying for people to contact. I was very happy when I saw this your program today. I was very happy. I said, thank God. I was rushing home to go and watch this program. So I just want to thank you very much for bringing Mazi Maduabuchi in. And I want to encourage you guys to continue bringing him in. It's not a threat. He is ready to die for Biafra. Before he was saying that he can die for. He is ready to die for a cause, not just dying on the motor accident or yes, for something. Generation to come will remember you for something. He was giving some example. So it's not a threat. It's not a risky something bringing him in your program. So people should always bring him in. He's doing a great job. Not people sitting down on social media in Finland telling us this and that. He can see somebody, people that is out. I'm always calling him FreeMaziNnamdiKanu the second. Yes. He is the one. When he is doing something, you'll be seeing it. Come the last time, if people ever on a field, boldness. Now, see, if you have police, call that policeman to come and kill me. You see? So how didn't that?
Thank you very much, caller. Yes. Go ahead. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You have just 1 minute.
Okay. Thank you. But so just let me use my 1 minute and also encourage what one of our brothers said here now, because people will now try to use this opportunity and start calling him that I want to help you, I want to help you. Before you know it, they will start
they will start telling him. But Maduabuchi is a very wise. He's a very wise person. He's not an idiot.
I think in this program, I think we have tried the intelligence of this guy by several questions that we asked him in your present here. You know, so this is not just a Chinese made. This is Biafra made or Kuku.
That is true.
This is a Biafra made. It's only Chinese made that sometimes can change.
I was even thinking that he is one of the DOS member. I was even thinking that he is one of the DOS member. But you can see, somebody like this, he is not even after power. He is very humble and doing his job.
You see humility in him. That is true.
You can see that he is very humble, doing his job.
True.
This kind of people, I wonder, but God will bless him.
Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. If I leave you, will not. I come back to Achige Jichigabo.
My prayer for him before I got is that he will be alive to enjoy Biafra.
He said,
Biafra will come in his presence.
He said. Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you for that contribution. We have so many callers. I would have loved to call somebody back. I think he's in Ireland. Somebody in Ireland have been trying to reach me. I think I have to see. Okay, yes, I have responded to his call. That's beautiful. I'm checking calls that came in. Somebody called in from Switzerland. Let me see if I can call the person back, so that our people will not feel that it is a selected call. Because before they will say that it's select call. So I'm calling the number from Switzerland. Hello, caller. Good evening. Welcome to the program.
Yeah. You caught me. Mazi Solomon.
Yes.
Greetings to your viewers. You just caught me.
I have to call you because you've been trying to reach us, and I'm selecting calls to call back, at least to give you the opportunity as well to make your contribution. You have just 2 minutes, my brother.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I thank everybody there for making us proud. I appreciate, and we all here appreciate your good job. Without you guys, I do not know where we could have been by now. You guys are doing a very, very great job. We'll appreciate. And especially the young man over there, Maduabuchi, is one of my favorite fans for long here, even before he starts making his own Facebook live video. He has been one of my favorite, and he's a fearless guy. He goes to the open market and make videos, he creates awareness, and it's very sound, very sound. There's, there are some utopia, some reasoning that says guys home are not as bright as those who are outside, but this is just a mood, it's a fallacy. Maduabuchi is one of the examples that there are so many guys like us over there that are very, very sound, very, very sane in reasoning. He's an orator. He is not just oratory for the sake of being oratory, but he makes a lot of senses that sometimes I wonder who feed him with the information. I admire him from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate everything he does with the risk involved. So what I'm trying to tell him is just to keep on going and to be security conscious. It is very, very important. Do not lose grip. Do not say, if I die today, I'm old enough. Protect yourself any way that you can so that we live, we need you in Biafra. You are the time we need in Biafra, because at the end of this struggle, it is the intellectuals too that will build the society, and you are one of them. So, Mazi, permit me to say one thing. And since I've been following the media outfit, everybody who is in this media, I haven't seen this narration being made clear. This point is, so many people are wishing that the idiot or the criminal in Finland is out from the picture. What I'm trying to tell everybody this evening is this. The idiot or the criminal from living in Finland cannot go away from the picture as we are speaking. One, your viewers should permit me to tell you the reason. The reason is this. He is being sponsored by the Nigerian establishment. There is a lot of fund on his possession. What you are seeing is make-believe, is fake, deception. People are being deceived by the reaction of his followers. Let me tell you, Mazi, most of the reactions you see are fake, mostly computer generated, combined with APC, PDP eras. There were a lot of fund pushed to this guy to deceive people that is creating this sort of artificial, I call it artificial situation. Things are a cosmetic or superficial situation. It does not exist. So I'm telling our people they should not bother from what they've seen. This is deception, full deception. He will not leave the social media for now because he has a backup. They studied what happened to other failures like Ujamefor and the rest. They found out that there will be a time when people will run away from him. So they made that one up, that in case people found out that it's fake, what do we do so that people will not realize what is going on? Now they hired the technology, the fake accounts and the rest to backing him up. So this is the narration that I haven't seen anyone from you made before, but this is a fact. It is a fact. He is not going to leave the social media for now, not now, because the money is there to promote him. The money is not the problem. Another issue now is this. The fundraising they call, this is also another deception. They are not looking for money. Money is not their problem. But the aim of the fundraising is to create confusion against IPOB followers, to become demoralized, to start asking questions, which one and which one. This
Mazi, it is two motive, and you have just said one. And secondly, the essence of the fundraising is a cover-up, so that Biafrans do not ask who is funding you, who is funding them.
Exactly, you got it. Yes. You finished it already. So with that, I have taken more than your 2 minutes. Mazi, this is GBK calling from Switzerland.
Thank you very much, Mazi. We really appreciate your contribution. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, Maduabuchi tried to come in, but I think he's having network issues. As soon as he comes in, we're going to round up the program so we can just have the last interaction with him. And we hope that maybe in the next also coming future, we'll be able to have the opportunity to host him once again. Mazi Solomon, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, at this point, thank you very much, Mazi Patrick. It takes somebody like Maduabuchi for me to sacrifice my sleep, to be in this very program. It's almost 5:15 a.m. here. So it seems like I've been all night awake. And at this point in time, it's just about 3 hours.
We did a night vigil.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
Did a night vigil.
Exactly. To be sincere with you, at this moment, I have to start winding down. It's Sunday morning, and we have to prepare for service, and as is our routine. So I just have to thank Biafrans who have stayed this long to have watched these very programs and who have sent the message of encouragement to Maduabuchi. I believe he got all your messages. And for now, I know that his heart has enlarged. I know that he's thinking that actually, if he has done 1, 2 before, that he has to increase his effort. And that is what it takes when you encourage people. Because Etodiken and Komel, or Mekwozo, then
Maduabuchi,
yeah.
you're welcome back. You're welcome back.
Yes, Maduabuchi, you're welcome. You're welcome. I was just about to round off for me to see if I can be able to catch a little sleep before daily activities today, because it's almost 5:21 a.m. at my end here. I have sacrificed all my night, and it takes somebody like you for me to sacrifice all my night to be in a program. So we appreciate you. Biafran has been busy here calling in and appreciating all the effort you have put in the struggle for restoration of Biafra. And they are encouraging you, a lot of
They've
them.
also exercised fear. They have
Yeah.
also exercised fear of your safety as well.
Yeah, they also show concern for knowing quite well, like what they are doing to MaziNnamdiKanu. He's in DSS. They always feel like Fulani will kill him, Fulani will strangle him. So they have that passions. They have that feeling that they wouldn't like any Biafran to be in the hand of Fulani.
Yes.
You know, because they cannot be trusted. But they will always remember that if God be with us, no one can be against us. Even if they plan, the Bible said that even if we drink the deadly things, that God will use it to nourish our bodies. So people should also understand that there is a divinity. It doesn't matter how long you denied it. But when you come to the point of understanding, you must know that something exists that is greater than man, that is greater than what a man can do, what a man can think, you know. So if you come to that point, you will understand. So we believe that right now, where we cannot be able to reach, that something bigger than human, something bigger than us is taking care of those things that we are not able to do for ourselves. And nothing can make me to lose that hope, because I have personal encounter. So nobody should come and teach me about God. Nobody should come and teach me about the things of God or how to believe on God, because I have personal experience. I have personal encounter. So many people, they will come and scream, where is the God of Christian? He's not fighting. The only thing that makes you to complain about the God of Christians is just because you have not come in contact with the God of Christian. The day you will come in contact with the God of Christians, you will not wait for anybody to tell you or to explain you. Then you will know within you that everything in you has to trust the God of Christians. You know, so Maduabuchi, you have been an inspiration to a lot of people, and we are Biafra. It's our culture to encourage you. It's our culture to encourage our own, support our own, advertise our own, promote our own. That's why we stand by DOS. So it doesn't matter what people see as differences, but we must stand on our own, because by standing on our own, we can make the wrong right. We can make the wrong right. But isi ka ịgbalaga onye ga-akwa mbọ. Isi ka ịgbalaga onye ga-akwa mbọ. So we must be there. So Maduabuchi, thank you very much. It has been our culture when Oraka come around, we all rally around him to support him. I single-handedly, apart from money I sent into his family, I built a website that cost me almost $750, and I sacrificed it for him. The same, when we see Wrestle Blue Jack, we draw him closer. We are doing everything. We almost ask him, what do you want? What project do you want to execute? Out of the contribution we are making in IPOP, we still go outside ourselves to support our own, to encourage some of you who are in Biafran land, because we know the level of the hardship that you guys are going through. We know the suffering. Look, you are living in a house here. You are living in a house, no electricity. And I don't know when last you have seen electricity around where you are living. And look at the road where you are trekking, where you are walking every day. Look at the environment. Look at everything, you know. And when we watch these things and see you people standing up on the responsibility to work for restoration of Biafra, we feel impressed. And that's why we call you here. There's nothing different from us and you. We are the same people. But the fact remains that as we are today, all fingers are not equal in different fields. There is place you are better than me, and there is place I'm better than you. Do you understand? And the only way to move forward is to complement each other. So we are here to compliment you, and you will come more in this very program. We are impressed with your courage. We are impressed with your boldness, and the gift of God upon your life. We are also here to appreciate it. In short, you have put smile in the face of so many people, and you have to acknowledge it. Thank you very much. By my humble self from this side, I will be logging out at this very moment. You will continue the programs with our brother, Mazi, Patrick, and the Biafra might equally continue to call to appreciate you. So please, I want you to see it that what we are doing is not to make you today feel like you are bigger than FreeMaziNnamdiKanu, or you are bigger than DOS, or now you have level. That is not what we did here today. So for you to start thinking, oh, I have level, but we are just here to make sure that this smile on your face continue to everlasting until Biafra is being restored. So that is what we are doing here. So my brother, from myself here, we will keep in touch, we will keep talking, we will keep relating. I want you to know you have a brother, you have somebody who is sitting here abroad thinking about you, thinking about your welfare. And that is what I want you to go home or to go to your bed this night thinking about. That some people somewhere are thinking about your welfare. And that is what we have demonstrated. Thank you very much. May God of Biafra be with you.
Thank you, Mazi Solomon.
Keep defending you, defending your children, defending your future, defending your destiny. You will not fail. Rather, you will be the star that will shine among stars. Thank you very much, Maduabuchi. I will meet you once again as we keep relating. My name is Solomon Peter. I'm logging out from here.
Thank you, Mazi Solomon.
Thank you. Thank you, Mazi. Thank you. You know, as we said, we will continue. We will continue because DOS is defending the structure and we are defending the structure. DOS does not own the structure because anybody can be removed from there, but the structure remains. The people misunderstand. The structure remains. All the chairman, like somebody make chairman, chair is there. When time comes, the man will be out. The chair remains. So that very structure is what we are after. And that is the key of our survival. Thank you for welcoming him back.
No, but Mazi Maduabuchi, one thing you need to understand is that the attack on DOS is an attack on the structure itself. And it is done deliberately.
Yes, Mazi, I understand. That's where I'm coming. Some people thought that there is a personal something we are doing with the DOS. No, that's what I am clarifying there. As if we love them separately. No. That very place, that thing they are protecting, that very structure is what our leader gave to them. And the same thing we are protecting, though they are at the head and we will use their name as the people they are attacking direct. But the structure is what we are after. And that is what DOS is after. Whatever you do, they must make sure the structure remains. But people thought that there is something or bribe or personal like. No, that thing has been there. People have been coming and going, but the structure remains.
My question is, do DOS have the money to bribe people in the first place? That is the question. So when you talk about DOS bribing people, do DOS have the money? You know, if not that the issue of financial accusation left, right, and center, the DOS, the only person that is in charge of money that is in finance is Nayanya. Every other person within DOS do not have access to finance. It is not even financial record. It is even now that this issue of finance started raging, that the head of Directorate of State, Mazi Chikedozie, started looking at the area of finance. That was why at the beginning he was confused when they were talking about money, because it's not his area. You understand me? It is now that the whole responsibility have fallen on him, that he now start looking at, because he's being forced to now start looking in that direction. But naturally, he wasn't looking at how money is being moved left, right, and center within IPOB. It is these same people now that are making accusation that have now pushed him to now start looking at what is happening, how it's happening, because it had become a responsibility for him. Maduabuchi will be winding down. We have received series of calls. We have while you were out, so many people called. They talked about how you have inspired them, how you have also motivated them, and they are grateful to you. There are a lot of Biafrans who are asking how to assist you, but that has to be something that we can do later. We are not going to be talking about because we've told them that you are not even seeking assistance in the first place. But if assistance come, you cannot reject it, obviously. But the aim of you coming to this program is not to come and seek for assistance, but just to come so we can have conversation with you. And so whatever comes later, we would appreciate, and we always say thank you to Biafrans. As we can see, Maduabuchi is shining with the glory of God in his life. He has said it over and over again that he hasn't got no fear about his life. So I want Biafran not to bother. They should not worry themselves, because Maduabuchi is protected. He's protected by the grace of God. And if at all anything would have, they would have done it long ago. But they know him. They know that there is nothing you can do to him, because he's doing a genuine work for the people of Biafra. Now, Maduabuchi, before we go, there is a question I would like to ask you, because you are on the ground. What is the perception of Biafrans towards the leadership of IPOB? Biafrans on the ground, what is their perception? How do they look at IPOB leadership?
Okay, it's all right. You know, IPOB leadership had been there because our leader has introduced them before the public, and our leader have created the way, and our leader have anointed them, because some people have been expecting the anointing to come out in full when our leader was here. No, it cannot do like that, because Elisha's own did not come until Elijah goes out. So for now, the power with DOS, our people understood DOS for the long. IPOB leadership, they understood them to the extent that they value a coordinator, a zonal coordinator. Biafrans here in Grand, not IPOB, Biafrans, they value a zonal coordinator. If they see that this person is an official in IPOB, they value them. Talk more of IPOB leadership. They take them as number one. Whatever they say is final. If we tell them that IPOB leadership, those people that FreeMaziNnamdiKanu presented to the public that are in charge or will be in charge whenever he's not there, or those that have the highest decision, our people are aware. There are people that are not the IPOB that will tell you, they will tell you how powerful the US is. Do you know that one of my friends told me that why is it that now FreeMaziNnamdiKanu is in detention, that the leadership of IPOB is implementing the highest order, that even FreeMaziNnamdiKanu did not issue the order. I asked him which one is that. He said the banning of national flag. Say that thing is a very serious matter that people don't understand it. I say yes, it's on the table already. Our leader have kept it on table. The duty of these people is just like as they are cooking food. You put Maggi, time reaches for salt, you put salt, time for pepper, you put pepper. But it is there. We know the ingredients to cook the food. So our people understood the leadership of IPOB and they knew them. Biafrans, so not IPOB members, Biafrans. So they value them very, very well. They have no other hope. If you say you're a politician, do you know we don't discuss politics anymore in any place? If you raise the matter, it's nonsense. So if there is anybody talking, we tell them as politicians. If you are another group, whether any group you are talking about freedom, because our people have seen many, any group that come out, they tell them as political group. That's how we value them here. So the only people we know is IPOB leadership. Biafrans, so not IPOB as IPOB family members. For you to say that the family members are supposed to support them. No, Biafrans that are not registered IPOB
the general
family members.
public. You are talking about the general public.
Yes, general public. Only them they are waiting to listen to. That is why some people that are interpreting Finnish language, when they gave Tuesday sit at home, it became useless. They issue Friday sit at home, it became useless because they will ask you who is talking. He say, is it IPOB? I say no. They will go their way. They still insisted and gave Sunday sit at home. No one is working. For you to in order to respond to that Monday sit at home you said before, why is it that people did not obey Tuesday sit at home? Why is it that they don't obey Fridays? Why is it that they don't obey Sunday? Because we did not campaign for it. And they cannot campaign for it. Did you understand? If we campaign for it, people will obey. So that is to tell you they are not here. The only leadership we know is IPOB leadership. That is what I'm telling you. Simple. Because when immediately they brought Sunday destroyed them. Do you know why Sunday destroyed them? FreeMaziNnamdiKanu, because of Sunday worship, he shifted 2021 Biafra Heroes Day, Remembrance Day. It matched with Sunday, 30th May. He shifted it to 31st on Monday to show that we don't tamper the worship day of our people. We have never. For our leader to shift an annual event and shift it, which he earlier announced that we should start from Saturday 29 and start preparing for what we eat. Later he came again and said that we shifted it to Monday. So to know that this nobody have there is no other people our people vote on.
His sensitivity for the religion, for our religion, for the people who goes to church on Sunday. And this is the sensitivity these idiots are not showing.
They don't know it. They don't know.
Yes.
He don't know. It can't happen here. It can't happen. Just like enforcement, I used to tell them, what are you enforcing? The only thing IPOB have ever enforced is cow. That's why we launched ESN. There is no way. We have never enforced human being since we started. So any enforcement is not from IPOB. We don't enforce. We only enforce cow. And the final enforcement of cow is fast approaching. So, but for people to come and force people, so that people will say, hey, because of FreeMaziNnamdiKanu, my car was burned, my keke was burned, my brother was killed. That is what the language they want to give them. But we, through the IPOB leadership, the respect our leader built on them, it has been there. And the anointing started showing now. So we are in charge, and our people love IPOB leadership. Thank you.
Mazi, thank you very much. That is a very clear, because it's important, because when we speak, they go say, oh, now they are abroad. Now we are speaking with somebody who is on the ground. Not just being on the ground, because one thing is to be on the ground, another thing is to be on the ground and have communication with the people. So Mazi Maduabuchi is not just on the ground, but he communicates with the people. He enlightens the people. They ask him question, he responds. And that was why I asked you earlier, what is the major question that our people are asking? And you tell me nothing, because our people no longer even need to ask any question, because they understand the direction things are going. The only people asking question now are the auto
pilot. They need clean up. Nehemiah chapter 4. Bible said that because of some rubbishes on the way, that the strength of the burden bearers decay. So they need to do clean up, because there are rubbishes on their place. So, but if they refuse to do clean up, no problem. Because one thing IPOB is doing is that thing we have been asking Nigerian government to do for us. Why? What is that? We don't love the way Fulani. We hate Fulani because they hate us. So we cannot live with them. The same thing with IPOB. If you say you cannot work with IPOB, we'll give you freedom. It is called expelling. Simple. You can practice your freedom. We don't do, it's not a secret code that will force you. So if Fulani understood this, that these people don't like the way you do, allow them to go. This is what we are practicing. But they don't know what it is. Expelling is
allow you to go and do that thing so that you cannot be under command and control, to become free and enjoy your life and do your thing, but don't implicate the name of IPOB. Don't add it in your activities. But you can do it, even if you do it to get Biafra tomorrow, we'll stop because there is no true Biafra. But under IPOB, you will do it the way we do it. If you don't do it, we'll give you freedom. You become free. Simple. You cannot be under cage again.
Thank you very much. So the essence of the expelling of people in IPOB is to give them freedom.
So relax and do your will. You cannot be say we are under command. No, we can't force you. It's not a secret court. Oh, guy, you don't want to be. You be free. Very simple. Expel. You become a Biafran, and you can go and form a group. Simple. It's not wickedness. Thank you, Mazi.
But many people see them when they expel. I've seen so many of them say, "You can't expel me. I'm still in IPOB. You can't." So does it mean that they are confused about what they want?
Okay, see what is happening there in the family. There is what we call even even in the church they give some anabambe sometimes. This one is suspension. There is something you will do. Even some places they will just sack you or expel you. But what IPOB is doing is no wickedness. Why? Because the movement we are in, you can be commanded to die, and immediately you say that you cannot obey the command. And if we force you to join us, you die in the process, then we force you to die. But immediately you say you don't want to die like us, then we have to give you freedom because you remain a Biafran. My right, the same citizenship right is yours. The same with mine, the same citizenship right. But as a freedom fighter, and now that we are still in the move, because there is no time we have, there is no court we settle issue. The way IPOB settle issue is giving order, giving instruction, or giving command. Either do three things. Either you accept it or you wait, because they will hear from you, because there is a time these matters will come up. Then there are courts that will treat it. But some people would like you to treat it now. And I ask them, which one will you treat? Which court will now treat it? Who will now agree that he is guilty? So the same family is the same family that will treat it. No, we need a government to treat it. Keep your petition aside, or you submit it to the leadership. It will be on the table, and you still keep your own. You will sue anybody to the court. I told coordinator, if you eat 100 naira, you may go to jail. If Biafra come, because the case will appear in court. That's why you be careful. So our people must understand what we are doing. That you fought Biafra freedom, you do well. You eat our money you contributed. You will go to jail. No, we don't care. That's it. So we love to give people freedom. You enjoy the same thing our father do. They give you a lobby. When you grow, you go and live your own, train your family. So the freedom we are looking for is under command. And our people, if you don't agree in commanding you, we cannot force you. That is the reason of expelling. We started it earlier. It doesn't look anybody's face. We expel in Biafra land. We expel in Europe. We expel in Asia. We expel in America, Western world. There is no bridge, and there is no type of person that we have never expelled. We have expelled many, go to deputy, go to continental reps. So it is no wickedness, and the law is there. Immediately you go here, cross the right line, the other people around you will know that this is exactly the line the other man crossed and he was expelled. And your own, we don't need to look into it because you have committed it. And our leader know that immediately this person, anybody cross this very red line, that the person is gone. Whether he's there or he's not there, you are expelled. And the expelling is from his office. Simple. Thank you, Mazi.
Mazi, thank you very much. I hope that you'll be able to return back. We have passed over 3 hours, 40 minutes in this program. That's quite a very long time. Unfortunately, we left in the middle, but all the same, I hope that you'll be coming back in other programs because
no problem.
Because I believe that when issues rise, I will always invite you to treat them because you being on the ground. You being on the ground is a very, very wonderful thing for us. You are in a better position to, especially at this time where people really want to know what is happening on the ground, where you have propaganda, people sitting in their bedroom and telling you they are controlling Biafra land. You know, so it's important that we get people. It's very important we get people who are on the ground to be able to tell people who are imagining what is happening on the ground. Because a lot of people, when people hear that somebody is in his bedroom controlling Biafra land, they imagine how possible is that. So it is important that we get people like you who are on the ground to really tell us the situation report of how things are. And that is the reason we would always bring you back, so that we keep update with our people, especially those in the diaspora. Maduabuchi, I want to say thank you very much for honoring this our program. And I hope that for those who want to reach out to Maduabuchi can reach through the number that I posted on the screen, +39 388 177 9665. If you want to reach out to him, because I know that Maduabuchi would not even want to get himself complicated with issues here and there. So, but you can always get in touch and we'll see how we can connect. Maduabuchi, thank you very much for appearing in this program. Is there something you want to tell our people listening to us?
Okay. Thank you. My encouragement to our people all over the world is, there is one thing you must understand. There is one accusation they gave to FreeMaziNnamdiKanu. Do you know what they said? Why did he know? Why is it that he knew what happened to our leader and he refused to say it? And I asked them, why do you want a family member to announce an issue that is concerned to the people? Because our leader's case is not a family issue. If there is any information Kanunta has, he will submit it to the leadership of IPOB, so that they will know the one to give out and the one to hide and the one to be used in court and the one to be kept for our leader, right? But you ask them, because of 8 days, you are shouting and pointing finger, accusing finger on somebody. What about our leader's house that was attacked in Afaruku and he was missing for 1 year? Was that a sabotage that IPOB leadership did not disclose where our leader was? Do you know why they did it? The same thing they do now. Why they did it is that nobody can give statement for FreeMaziNnamdiKanu. The same way he came out and announced and he told the world how he escaped and how he got to Israel and kept the other ones he said he kept for himself. The same way he will open his mouth and tell the world how it happened in Kenya. If anybody is expecting any IPOB leadership to tell you what happened in Kenya, you are dreaming, because an international case of this very level, you are everything to be exposed, because there are things our lawyers are bringing in now at small. So what I'm telling them is to remain resolute, because the target of fighting us have failed. Do you know why it fell? They have failed on international media, on media war. They now launch their radio to get the ground, which we are here already. Sensitization is ongoing. And when you know that they have surrendered, is because they have lost the media war. Before they launch this very radio FM is to go on ground as if our people are foolish. So remain resolute. The way what our leader is doing is to change Nigeria and expose them to the world. That's what he's doing. After he's in court, we are in court with them in UK, we are in UN, we are in Kenya, we are in Nigeria multiply, and we are securing victories. Though we secure victory, they may disobey. That's not our problem. Our problem is the victory we have secured. We will use it to back up
whether they pay the money they are fined. Whether they pay the money or not, it's not important. It's not about the
money is not issue. Money is to show that Nigeria is guilty. Because if they are individual, they may be jailed. But this is a country. Finding them is to show that these people are guilty. And to tell you that you have to go and apologize is to show that you are guilty. And for you to call the man call the man and discuss with him and hear from him is to show that he is asking for a legitimate something. So if he had been a terrorist, there is no way a court will ask you to go and talk with him. There is no way a court will tell a government to go and discuss with terrorists. It's impossible. Only Nigeria discuss with terrorists. So what we are telling our people is to watch. There is something happening. We want to weaken Nigeria internationally. Because we have destroyed them in Nigeria here. How do we do it? When we call Nigeria, it's only Fulani. Understand this. Because Yoruba is out. During Yoruba, you can see our politicians. Then Middle Belt is out. The Hausa is out. It remains Fulani. We have defeated them. What we are facing now is the lies. They lied to the international community. We are doing that through their court. When you expose them through their court, by securing victories which they will disobey, you have destroyed them. What we are doing is when we push them, people will be laughing at them. If they later not surrender to the referendum, that thing you are talking about will come if they say no. But you must touch every area you are needed to touch. If you don't touch it, you will fail. You will fail. Anybody telling you violence without our direct order after setting things on, because we are not violence. But if we want to defend ourselves, we are free. And the Biafrans can defend themselves, not most is IPOB, not IPOB. Biafrans can defend themselves. That's what we are telling them. In case, if there is any reaction from any group, not IPOB, Biafrans are angry. So you cannot be coming here and kill us, we'll be free. We may be like this as IPOB, but there are people that will not be like this. So they must understand this. But don't allow gossip, because what they are targeting to use is, what they started using is Genesis chapter 11. The people is one. They have one mind, one language, one understanding. Whatever they imagine to do, that will they do. If you don't understand, that's why they brought different languages. And the most sin of these infiltrators they have committed is doubting the voice of our leader. Do you know what it is? It is a direct silent killing. When our leader says something, they will doubt it. That is silent killing, because the killing fell in Kenya. And they have to practice it, even as he is alive. When he says something, they will counter it. They will say it's a lie. Why IPOB leadership they call betrayers? They are the people that are bringing out the voice of our leader. How can they betray our leader and they will keep telling you the highest command is said? But the people that say they are good, they keep telling you that highest command is not said. So our people should focus and know what we are doing. Do not. This is time of wilderness journey. As they have created, they have made themselves their own God. Aaron have allowed them. There is no Aaron in IPOB leadership that will succumb to pressure. Now that they have started worshiping their own God, that is their own religion. That is the highest place IPOB will push you to. Immediately we push you to that place, you are defeated, because our leader has nothing to do with you again. That is the highest insubordination. Thank you, Mazi. That's what I want to tell our people for this moment. Thank you.
Mazi, thank you very much. You are such a wonderful teacher. Because when people say analyst, there is a difference between analyzing and teaching. You're a wonderful teacher. Thank you very much. People have gotten the message. People are commenting. They are commending you. And I hope that very soon we'll be able to catch up again. Like so many people are saying, Maduabuchi need to be in the mainstream media. What Maduabuchi is doing is even more than mainstream media, because he's on the ground. He has direct contact, so he's beyond what we are doing on social media. He's beyond social media. The best instrument is that instrument that is working on the ground. And that is what Maduabuchi represents, the best instrument we have. And we encourage more Biafrans on the ground to take the energy, tap into the energy of our brother Maduabuchi, and go out and preach the gospel. Because that is what our leader expects everybody to do. Go out in your communities and preach this gospel. Let the people understand what IPOB is doing, that we are living in a very critical time when people need to reinforce to be able to protect what we have built over the years. Maduabuchi, I want to say thank you very much, and I hope that you'll be able to come back again in this program. It's my pleasure having you. Until we see again, I want to say thank you, and my name remains Mazi Ikem Patrick DK. Have a wonderful evening, morning and night, depending on your time zone. Thank you very much, and good night.
Thank you.
And then G, Chile, Kwasa. Flying for your man, it is late. I never. Freedom. house like us. We not gonna sit down and look. Oh. Make them come rape all our girls. Everybody, we rise up. We no fighting, we are just love. No be so. No be so. We gonna share. Every day, people just a show. Full family was wiped out by Fulanis. So Jackie for you to call them terrorists. We touch them, the Kanu, you go cause war. We touch you, so the Bobo, you go cause war. Makana, Prugo, no, you can want one Elua. And I will find for another. It's not the time we go change up for them. Change up for them, tell them we know this of when you go pull your Poku, Apagoya. If I not fire, I fire. Igbo people have been marginalized. IPOB have been brutalized. We not go sit down there. Purchase your tracks today. Make them come kill all of us. We not go sit down there. Look. If they come take our life. We not go sit down there. Look. Make them stop the house like us. We not go sit down there. Look. Make them come rape all our girls. Purchase your tracks today. Like you wanna. Instead of up, they take us down. Instead of right, they take us left. Buru the change. They promise to change, but we don't see the change. Why you not let Biafra go? Are you not tired of killing them? There's not the time we go change for them. Change for them.